I've heard that song 3 times and got tired of hearing it. I'm just finishing setup right now. All right, I had to fade the music because I was going insane. That's fine. That's fine. We're ready to get started, so that's okay. The music had completely made me lose my mind. I've heard that song loop in my head now about 5 times during the setup, and I was about to go completely ballistic on it. So, yeah, that was actually another excerpt from the Bravely Default Xmas album that we used at the end of RFN last week. In fact, I was just playing the album because it's just on YouTube for whatever reason. So I just had it up. The first song I've literally heard 9 times today, just testing audio settings. It was great. Had a good time. All right. Anyway, hi, hello, welcome. Anybody who wants to hop in, especially on staff, is more than welcome to do so. I'm in the Discord channel for live on Twitch, which is probably dangerous, but that's okay. I can't stop anyone from jumping in there. So by all means. So last year we did this, and I created a tournament bracket that literally is just, you know, just the all the images I made for this site against John Lindemann's better judgment. Actually, I'm doing something real quick. Brag, yes. And I went ahead and just threw them on a page just to see what would happen. Mostly out of curiosity, and it ended up being kind of a fun stream. So I wanted to do it again, and so I am in the process of setting something up real quick. I need to figure out what the resolution I want is, because I hate using the stupid browser capture in OBS, but it's the best thing for what I'm trying to do right now. So off we go. Hopefully this works. Kinda. It kinda worked. Maybe. Okay, that's probably better. Audacity. Well, this isn't Audacity's fault. This one was on me. That one's mine. I did that one. My bad. Um, okay, there we go. What you're looking at is a tournament bracket, obviously. It is selected at random of 4-digit numbers. Those numbers represent the date of an image's creation. That's my naming mechanism. It's just 00 or 00 or mmdd.png. And these images are images I create to advertise content that I have put into the Nintendo World Report website. These largely have pulled from WikiHow for about 3 years now. Usually they're transformative from some content from WikiHow. Even if it doesn't fit, I try to get something in there. I did this last year as kind of a weird tournament just to see what it would be like and had fun with it. And so I kind of wanted to do it again. Unfortunately, last year I had 56 items. This year I have 59. Again, the tournament seeded randomly. I didn't do the seeding because I wanted this to be totally random. Last year, it ended up with 2 distinct TSIs, which is what we call those topside images, that were plays on westerns with an animal holding the gun back to back against each other, which was kind of fun. It did give us a new emote, the crime emote, which is from Mad Whale McCree, which is... I knew that one was good when I made it because I was standing in line to buy a bagel that Sunday morning, and I had finished it on Saturday night, and texted John to go look at the website. And I got his standard response of, "Oh, God, what have you done?" Followed by, "Okay, that's pretty awesome." So I knew that one was good. I had a feeling it was in a good position to win last year. I don't have one this year that I absolutely adore. I did one a couple weeks ago that I really like, but nothing that really jumps out at me is like, that's the obvious winner. There are a couple new memes that evolved out of this year, so there are like jokes that run through these images that may or may not even have anything to do with the content of the show. If they're from the show, some of these are not from the show at all. And largely that is out of convenience. In the last couple years, I've started having like an assets folder where I've got things in them, like things that I've built that I don't want to have to build again. And so I've just stuck them in asset folders so that when I need a shortcut for, I need to depict John Lindemann, I have him, and I can just stick him in the screen, and I'm good to go. Or at least I have a head that I've made as John Lindemann. I've got one for Guillaume, Greg, and myself. Greg and myself don't get used that much. Guillaume's gotten a little bit of use lately. Many of these have John. And in fact, we can keep a running total of how many of these have John as we go if you want. More than should is probably the correct answer. But let me go ahead and show what the format for this is. So, John count at 0, correct. This is our gallery. And so I'm going to put up an image on the left and right, and I'm going to let y'all vote which one you think is better. This has got nothing to do with like what is the overall best image. It's just straight up comparing left to right. And the winner advances. We've got a lot of these. I got 59 of these fucking things. So we're going to have to move with some expediency. So they're probably going to be pretty short posts. This is where I definitely screw it up. But I think I have the entire project fairly bulletproof right now. So let's go ahead and just start with our first one. So if I go back and look at the tournament bracket, it is 1022 versus 528. So I don't have the names for the relevant episodes. I meant to get those, but I didn't. So we'll just have to kind of figure it out as we go. So the good news is all of these are in the same folder, so I can just hop over there. And 1024 is right. 1024? Is that correct? 1022, sorry. 1022. Oh, dear God, it's this one. Oh, sweet Lord. Yeah, it's that one. And 528. Yeah, we're already up in it. It'll get a little bit faster to do these as I go because I'll actually have the folder in the right directory. This is 2 killers right out of the gate. All right, so these are the 2 images that we have for our first go of it. I'm going to make sure that they're coming through all right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, hop in. I'm going to go ahead and start looking up what the names of these episodes are because that's going to make it easier for me to read them. The number is actually the date the episode went live, so that'll make it relatively straightforward to find them.
I'm here now.
Hey, welcome. I got to figure out which one's it's 5/24, so that would be May or 28th, May 28th. So let me go find the episode that came out May 28th.
This is a hell of a start.
Yeah, well, last year I had pulled all these, and this year I haven't had the time, so that didn't happen, and that's great. Okay, I have these. There we go. All right. So on the left, yes, is I prefer keyboarding in the missionary position. Do I remember what the origin of this statement was? No, but it was definitely said by somebody, and I'm just gonna go. Oh, well, this is yes. Okay, no, I do remember this. This is when John had bought one of those 8-bit DOE NES style keyboards, and things got weird. Like
Oh, geez.
um, this is where the origin of the phrase keyboard S&M also came up. But I felt like naming the show that might go beyond what Neil and John would allow. So I prefer keyboarding in the missionary position instead. I did just about everything in this image. Like, there's very little that I didn't steal and build and have to rebuild. The other one on the I guess this would be on the right is I dare you to play Eye of Judgment. Also, this is our John Count 1, by the way.
Mm.
Um this is the John image there is from I believe the episode's called like The Power Boys, BOIS, where it was just all of us working out, and then it's just sort of survived. This is when John announced to me that he owns Eye of Judgment still in the year of our Lord 2023, and I don't know why this surprises me. It was actually remarkably difficult to find a screenshot of somebody playing Eye of Judgment. Um, but my admonition to him was that he should go be the #1 Twitch Eye of Judgment streamer, which he has yet to take me up on. I left him on a green screen because I felt like John would definitely fuck up a green screen. So
Ooh.
that was the thinking on this one. I can tell you right now, the one on the left is I had to draw the body. All I had was like I had a fucked up body that wasn't right because it's WikiHow art, so I had to actually basically redraw the entire torso. You can kind of see it in the pecs area.
Yeah, I think the left one kind of like it has the more immediately recognizable idea going on. There's more to notice in the one on the right, but I think that the simplicity and the immediacy of the left one
The left one is
gives
really alarming. Is
yeah.
like this was one where when I made it, I'm gonna go ahead and start the poll at 1 minute. Let's go 2. This is one where when I set the image up and I'm looking at it and I thought, do I really want to? Do I really want to draw a bedspread so it's bulging where because the image the bed's just there, like there's nothing in it. It's like, do I
Hmm.
really want to distort a bedspread so I can make a reclining keyboard? That sounds stupid and a huge waste of time. And then an hour and a half later, I'm like, this bed needs rose petals. Uh,
It
it's like this is.
also hides some of the fuckier bits of the
Oh
distortion
yeah,
too.
the distortion's a mess. So there there is some stuff going on in that one that's not quite right. The Eye of Judgment one was a very simple idea. And I like these because it means I don't have to spend like 3 hours on them. But he does have a daily sub goal of 100. I believe it originally said daily sub goal 0 of 69. Um, but I went with 100 because I was like, no, that's too on the nose. I'm going to be a little understated about this. He is still doing a push up because I had yet to steal his head. At this point, I just had the Fitness Power Boys as their full images. I hadn't decapitated them yet for usage in other contexts. So
Hmm.
he's just doing a push up, which yeah, I mean I guess you could play Eye of Judgment doing push ups. Like you're just putting cards down in front of a camera.
And given the recent Twitch meta, as people call it,
Yeah,
it works.
there you go. See, it's really there's no one currently streaming Eye of Judgment according to GX, so he would definitely be the #1 Eye of Judgment streamer. I think this is a business opportunity that I've offered him, and he's just not interested. And I always find that really
Hmm.
frustrating because I think I think he, as a character, is more entertaining than he realizes. Does this qualify as artistic nudity? No.
It's
No.
on the way there, though.
There's nothing artistic about this. This is anti-art. So our first winner is the left image, which would be keyboarding in the missionary position. Of course it is. I don't know why I'm surprised about this. I could. Will you let me slide it over, please? No? Come on. Do I have to sign in to work the bracket? That's annoying.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah. Even though
Oh,
I
no.
just created it, that's obnoxious. All right, hold on. Let me. I've got an account. So I'll just do it that way. Yeah. All right. Now I got to go to my friggin' password manager because it's not. I don't usually use it out of the browser. I love having my password manager up while I'm streaming. This definitely doesn't feel terrifying at all. Please inform me if something stupid happens.
I don't see anything at the moment.
Well, that's good.
So,
There's always this like, boy, what if something really bad happened? Oh right, they want email addresses now. I never use my email address to sign into Discord. I just use my phone. All right, log in. All right. Okay, sure. You know what? Challenge, you win.
that's always a very sad thing to hear. Challenge, you win.
Apparently, I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it two. Great. I'm not even going to bother looking it up. Just create the account. Awesome. Please redirect me. If I lost the tournament, so help me God. Okay, I didn't. Good. It's still there. Great. Yeah. Okay. Great. Just let me start the fucking thing. All right. Gamer sport being played. None. There are no games being played here. Art. What is the date? Who cares? Who cares? I just want to. Why? Why do you care? All right. Great. We did it. Start the tournament. There we go.
Challenge really wants you to be using it for like an official in-person tournament.
Yes. And I'm not. So deal with it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and. Can I just move it over? Mark is in progress. I just want to mark the winner. Let me pick the winner. Holy hell. Why? It's just report scores. Oh, do I have to actually say who won? Verify the winner. 1028. Great. Yep, I don't have a score. There are no scores. We're not scoring here. Good lord. All right.
I mean, it was 2-0 votes. So,
All right. I mean, I could do that. I probably should have done that, but I didn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and run the round two with it because it's already in position,
hmm
and that makes it easier for me to just go change out the other image.
Okay.
This is from 212. I do wish it kept track of. Oh, that's the frame. I don't want to do that. Oh, I almost did something very stupid. Very stupid. The second. Can I just change it here? No. Why would I be able to just change the file path in? Oh, I already know the name of this episode because it's terrible. All right, there it is. Cool, we did it. This is Skylofty Expectations is the name of this episode. I don't remember the episode number. Um, I don't. It's just yeah. Skylofty Expectations 809. I don't remember
hmm
why we did. Did we do a? Did we do a retroactive on? No, no, we didn't do a retroactive. I don't know why.
Let's
I don't know why
quickly Google.
we were talking about Sky. Whatever, whatever. We did. Tears of the Kingdom wasn't out yet, so it was probably related to that. There was a direct. Oh, this was probably the direct where they showed it. They showed the uh Skyward Sword remake or something.
Well, that was over a year ago. I don't think that would have been it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it had come out. Somebody,
That was
somebody.
also over a year ago.
Oh, well, I don't know. Somebody was talking about it.
Hmm.
I say that, but I'm looking at the relateds, and I actually don't see it on there. So maybe I don't know. Maybe we just went off on a tangent. This is entirely out of character, obviously.
Maybe maybe it's comparing the Skyward Sword Sky stuff to Tears of the Kingdom,
Maybe that
and that those are the sky lofty
that's
expectations.
quite possible because there was a direct and it was went extensively into Tears of the Kingdom.
Hmm.
Not
I
a,
think that was like the one too. That was like, here's all the cool stuff.
yeah, that would have been the big one. All right, so this one's fairly straightforward. Left, right, go. Start the poll.
I don't know if I should like give my thoughts now and
I mean,
potentially
sure,
influence the
go
vote.
for it. I don't care. I just only had 2 votes last time.
I think the one on the right feels a little it feels a lot like it's just taking the title and just trying to find something for it.
Yeah, and that happens
And
sometimes.
yeah. So the one on the left, it feels like it's got more of the concept going on
Yeah, it's
overall.
there's an idea there. What I will say is, um, okay, we do reference the sky stuff in tears. Okay,
Mhm.
there is like this weird awful feedback loop that's happened lately where I start naming the episode thinking about the image ahead of time, which is definitely not good for the show overall. But I mean, given the names we've used in the past, at this point, it's big like who the fuck cares territory. So let's see. It is still chugging, but we pretty much know where this one's going. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
votes right now. It's
Yeah, not to just let the one on the left coast through for being unhinged, but it just it the it's a it's like the understated simplicity of like it says so much while saying so little.
it makes a demand of you, and it's not a good
Yeah.
demand. It's a bad demand. I'm gonna go put this awful image on Twitter because that's where it belongs in the land of awful images.
Hmm.
Um, where I just recently was hit by a porn bot ad repeatedly, like 3 times. I was like, cool.
That's Twitter for you
I
nowadays.
was like, that's awesome. Thanks. It's definitely what I was here for. And it was like the same ad, like every third post. I was like, this. It's like,
Jesus.
what the fuck is happening?
Not a lot of people left paying money for advertising on Twitter. So,
As I reported, and they're like, well, if this really is sexual, we'll take care of it. I'm like, oh no, it's yeah, no, trust me on this one. Yep, left one 4-0, an absolute beating. So I'm just gonna go ahead and advance the tournament, and we'll go ahead and switch things up a little bit. Can I do this? Can I? Well, let me just let me do this. Oh, that's how I do it. I see. 10-22. 4, 4, 4. Thank you. There. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next to back to round one. So this is 12:03. Oh, this one, if it's the one I think it is it's 12:03 and 7:12, 13. So that would be uh oh, come on. Come on OBS. Thank you. Oh. Oh, this one is a little more than I expected. Uh
oh no. Oh.
oh boy. Oh boy. I was not. Yeah, this is the one I thought. Jesus. Right out of the gate.
Holy shit. Fuck.
Right out of the gate, it's a war. This is all right, so let's start with the one on the right. The one on the right is one of the Warriors articles I made earlier this year. I made 5 of them, I think,
Hmm.
where I just pitched increasingly insane ideas for a Warriors game. Um
I
oh,
guess everybody 1-2 Switch kind of is a Warriors game in a way.
it's getting there. My thought was always that it was going to end at Horus. This is part of my long-term campaign to make sure NWR remains the number one SEO result for Horus Show Pony, which we lost to a little bit to a Gigaboots tweet, but we've reclaimed it. And in the interim, much to my surprise, this particular article, has shot up the SEO rankings to third, meaning NWR has
Holy shit.
2 listings for Horus Show Pony before you see Nintendo if you Google the name.
That might be how they prefer it.
That's definitely how I prefer it. Uh, yeah. So that one was a way the Warriors TSIs took a lot of time because every article probably took about 5 or 6 hours to write, and so a lot of times I would just be doodling as I was going, because I would sit there and be like, okay, how do I want to end this paragraph? I've got a dumb thought. It needs a punchline. What's the punchline going to be? I'll just go doodle with the image for a little while. On the left, this is a very recent RFN. This is for sale baby hands never worn and gator skinned headwear. This episode is unhinged in a lot of ways, but it gets particularly unhinged because we received an email about a Kong that only appeared in a piece of marketing material for the first Game Boy Donkey Kong Land. And the model is incredibly low budget for one of these Kong models. It's just, there's a lot of things wrong with it. And Guillaume found a forum post from like 10 years ago of people discussing this fucking Kong because everybody says it was very mysterious. This is the danger of there being wikis for everything, is people can find shit and suddenly it becomes the greatest mystery. And one random post in this Reddit thread said that his hands look like a baby doll. And then we couldn't unsee it. And so he literally is baby hands. And literally all I did, besides removing the hand from the body, is I colored the top of the head brown so it looked like there was hair. That is what that thing looks like.
Jesus.
It is absolutely a baby hand, or a baby as a hand, and it's haunting. I don't love it. So yeah, that was the origin of that one. But then I had to figure out what to do with it because we also went on a dumb tangent about his hat and trying to figure out what kind of hat this random Kong was wearing. And at the same time, we came into the presence of Uncle Kong, who is the individual sitting there in the middle. He only shows up in a strategy guide. Uh, his tie says
There's some really deep lore with these
his
Kongs.
tie says UK on it. So, important question: what is cut off the top of the shelf that just repeats 3 times? That would be more baby dolls. This is a shop that sells both the doll hands and hats. So, partly driven by the fact that Uncle Kong does in fact have a hat, a small straw hat that he is tipping at you. So I figured, well, he's a haberdasher now, and so I built the entire shop out of nothing. That's a wallpaper sample in the background, a piece of marble that I've cut multiple different ways and shaded to look like it was a display. And the only thing from WikiHow is the shelves and the hats. Many of the hats needed to be modified, and then the stands they're sitting on I just freehand drew. This one's a nightmare. This one's actually a nightmare. But the part to me that I enjoyed is that both DK and Diddy are extremely confused about what they've just encountered. Like, none of this is good. They're deeply aware this is not good, but also don't know what to do about it. In the 1-2 switch one, the premise of my Everybody 1-2 Warriors was what's the name of that movie? In fact, I just saw it on TV the other day. Uh, Basically, it's battle royale, but there's a movie recently that Blumhouse did that's a very bad battle royale from 2020. And essentially, you are an influencer who gets an invite to go to an event. That was the stupid trailer we saw. And what it is actually, it's you've been trapped as human prey. And after you get out of the limousine, you're drugged, and you wake up in Japan in a ballroom with 100 of your closest rivals, and you have to go through all of these fucking characters to survive. It's a nightmare of an article. It's honestly probably one of the most unhinged things I've written on the site, which is a very high bar to claim because I once accused the Pokemon Company of covering up a murder. So, so, there are things that I have put in this site where I'm like, I might get an email about this. Where knowing that some PR people do read the content on the site or at least look at it makes me feel like I've really done a good job.
Oh, that's why whenever you have an article, I make a point. I'm not editing that. I'm not going to be the one that said this is okay.
It's never okay. It's is it allowed? I will always value the ongoing efforts to horseshoe horn in Horus. I think I value the effort in the left. There's a lot going on here. I actually have multiple Horuses in that assets folder I mentioned. There's like 4 of them, and they're just like different contexts in which I need Horus to be doing something. It's just not it's not wise. All right, put these in here, left, right.
So I think that I'm with GX on this, where the bit of the right one and like all the SEO stuff that you're doing with it, that is overall a funnier bit. But if our criteria is just picture on the left versus picture on the right, I
That's
feel like it's the one on the left
Yeah, I think that's
for sure.
a fair read. Like that one on the left took a I think it took an entire episode that I was maybe half watching of Friday Night SmackDown. I think it was like straight up 2 hours of me just fucking around with this thing. Like, okay, how can I make the like for whatever reason when I was searching for images of shop counters, I just couldn't find anything that was any good. So I was like, I guess I'll just make it. And then the realization that, and I've made this comment before, I started adopting the WikiHow art, one, because of the meme, and two, because I figured it would make things go faster. And I've rapidly come to realize that no, actually, if I just created the art from whole cloth, it would be faster. Like that, that, um, that counter probably took all of 3 minutes versus me spending 30 minutes looking for a counter that would have the right angle. It's like, wait a minute. What am I doing with my time? Uncle Kong versus Uncle Grippy. Grip. Oh, I don't like that at all. Grippy's weird and uncomfortable. Uncle Kong is just dumb and extremely rare. Like that is a model that absolutely I can see having come out of Tweecross, which is where Rare's headquartered. Where they're like, hey, we've made this thing. What do you want to do with it? Can we put it in a game? And then just a message from Nintendo coming back with just the word no. Hey, we've made this character. Can we include it? No. Okay. Thanks. So he just ended up in a strategy guide.
Uncle Grippy is at least like one of several unhinged Slippy adjacent characters.
Yeah,
So like he's diluted a little bit.
Slippy's girlfriend is by far the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. It's
Then again, I guess the Kongs are also a series of unhinged characters.
there
So
there is a certain amount of that. So if I just do this, well, let me.
the Kongs do have a character that canonically died off screen in between games
She
and
sh-
came back as a ghost.
she
So
sure did. Oh no! I just okay. Well, I just saw what the next one up is. Here we go. So let's see. Image. What if I just did? Can I do this? Ah, I can do this. Nice. I'll make sure I get the right number. This is 12/23. So that would be you. Very recent. In fact, that would be this week's. And May 7th. No, January 15th. Okay. Now I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is a no contest. This is absolutely no contest. Why is it so small? Why is that image so small? Oh, because I shrank it down because of the last one. That's why. There we go.
oh my,
I don't remember what 115 is, so now I have to go look. That was literally a year ago at this point.
which one's which?
The one on the left is from January, and then the
Okay.
one on the right is literally this week.
Let's see, 115. I'm guess
Scorched Earth, Sharpened Steel. Oh God, this was so. John had been gone for like he does his Canada trip really at the start of the year. At the very end, so like, he takes 2 weeks off, but he takes them off like the last week of the year and the first week of the next year. And we had done like 2 episodes without him, and he's back, and he just immediately disrupted the show. As it says, how much chaos can you create in 20 minutes? Sure, you could yell fire in a crowded building or something equally unsafe, but try creating chaos and confusion with a small group of people. It's a lot harder. Welcome back, John Lindemann. He declared that he had adopted a scorched earth goal. Um, and I asked in the article, how long does his toothless memory let him hold this pledge? Not even one episode.
Good.
And how is this any different than the previous 200 years we'd been doing the show?
Not very.
No. So he apparently just came in and disrupted the show in some very odd way. And then we started talking about Atari because of course we did. And emulate. Oh yeah, then he started talking about emulation, and I'm like, John, you mean very legal copies you're playing, please.
That's okay. We get away with plenty on the Twitch, so
It's true. On the right, I gotta look at the name of the episode. The episode literally just fucking went live? How do I not know the name of the episode? This is Keep Super Mario RPG Weird. I didn't have a great name for this one. This was our top 5 episode, and there's not a lot of like back and forth during that one. It's a lot of soliloquies, so we don't have a lot of weird wordplay that pops up. But John just noted again. This is another John statement that he likes that game Super Mario RPG because it remains strange and weird. And then I just threw bumper sticker jokes back at him. I liked this one because it meant I got to come up with riffs on normal bumper stickers, normal in all of the air quotes society can muster, including keep Fat Yoshi weird, baby on board with Princess Daisy, and keep honking. I'm reloading my blue shell.
the Daisy baby on board really hits, I think.
It's really good. Like that was the last one I came up with, and I'm like, okay, which baby should? It's Daisy. I was like, it's Daisy.
I think the one on the left takes like even after hearing the title takes a minute to really understand it.
It just goes with the title ultimately.
Yeah.
But
the one on the right is strong.
It's another riff on John's fucking insistence that you can use iron to sharpen steel, which now he now knows is wrong, but refuses to acknowledge it. And that's the worst because he knows it makes me crazy. And I can't even pretend like it doesn't because he knows. I've done this shit. I just need to wholesale replace my co-cast is the issue. They've gotten too good at annoying me.
Too efficient.
If you want someone to purposely hit your car, it's the Daisy. You're not wrong. The moment of like, so technically speaking, that is Dr. Baby Daisy from Super Mario from Dr. Mario World, but I couldn't because of the small resolution space I had to work with preserve any of her doctorness. I wrote an article about Dr. Mario World giving dolphins doctorates. I feel like babies might actually be worse. So thanks, Dr. Mario World. It's definitely not awful and dead. Dead now. It's dead. Xander
it was also awful.
Xander tried to beat that entire game in like a 2-month window before it shut down. And
he didn't even like it that much.
That's the thing. He didn't like it. He just did it.
And, like Xander, Xander needs some help, I think, because he just compels himself to be a completionist for things he genuinely does not enjoy.
It's true, and that's Xander's a good man, and I'd asked him if he wanted to join us, but I won't speak too ill of him while he's not here because he might watch it later.
I stream with him once a month, so I will speak ill of him.
There you go. That's fair. As part of the Balin Club, I get it. Sometimes you just got to know. That's fair. Like, part of me really wants to read the Balin book, but I know what's in that book.
I've read some of it.
Yeah, I've seen other parts of it. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better, and that's alarming.
Apparently, John Raridan read all of it.
No, I can believe that. Like, but what the problem is it for the bit, or is it because he just legitimately read it?
I think it's a little of column A and a little of column B, based on how I've heard him talk about Star Wars books.
Yeah, that's kind of my guess is that it's not entirely uh well motivated. All right, the next one is May 7th and July 23rd, and I just tried to change the image from the browser window, which is definitely not going to work.
Got the list of episodes open so I can pull these out.
Let's see. Would you please? Come on. There it goes. All right.
So for May 7th, that is Can You Get Brain Damage in the Afterlife? And July 23rd, Alex Jones' shelf stable 1-2 switch bucket.
Oh Jesus, I already know what that one is. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh God, we probably should have had a show pony count too. Yeah, this
Well,
is
we're at 2 for Show Pony.
yeah show pony will the show ponies will continue until morale improves. Uh,
Oh man,
yeah. Did it
this
not?
is a tough one.
Huh? It didn't update. Did you see the second one update? The show.
I see both of them.
Oh, there they go. Is my stream just super delayed? What the fuck?
That can't happen.
Oh my god. Anyway, there we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't know why we had a bunch of show pony buckets. Um, presumably there was a good reason, but probably not. Um, can you get
I
brain?
like
Go, go,
I like the imagery of the ghost on the left, but the buckets of Horace Show Pony put the fear of God in me.
yeah, I mean they should. It's terrible.
Like, buckets of what? I don't want to know the answer to that question.
There are there might be 4 episodes that have Horus in the name. But then again, I've put a Nintendo podcast out there with Alex Jones in the title. So like,
With them both in the title.
yeah, it's good. No, let's.
Oh, I guess Horace isn't in the title
Horus
for
is
this.
not in that one. The Horus edition came later. Presumably just because I wanted to shoehorn him in. Although I assume he actually was there. Um,
The description says that there was a frighteningly long segment discussing authentic Horace Show Pony masks.
there we go. Great.
I can only guess that that's where it came from.
This is probably when I realized that Nintendo wasn't using the standard horse mask and they had modified it in some way or had a custom one. And that made me really concerned that like, wait, what? Why? Why did they do that? I wanted to buy it. And then I realized I wanted to buy it and I'm like, okay, no, that's actually probably a red flag. Um I don't know why the episode was what it was for brain damaged in a post life state. I'm looking at the article.
Skimming the description.
Nothing really jumps out at me here as to what would have been the root cause of such an odd title. Um, it's probably something that somebody said, or it could just be related to the Mario Kart numbering argument, which apparently popped back up again.
Sometimes you just get really unhinged titles that just happen.
That's true. Like it's a quote that I
Like,
wrote down, and I don't have the context for it anymore.
you've mentioned in the past listening to Castle Super Beast. Do you still keep up with them?
I haven't recently, just because I haven't been listening to podcasts as much. But
Yeah, this week's title was a lot.
yeah, I can believe it. Like there is a certain amount of just like, no, we're just going to keep pushing the limit. I remember they told a story about, I think it was Time, who was doing articles about like the best video game content out there, and they couldn't do their podcast because the editor was sent a bunch of example names, and he's like, we're not putting that in the show. Because it was something like teach your babies about Hitler or something, and they're like, no, you can't.
Mhm.
You can't name the episode that. I'm sorry, you just can't.
Yeah. So like literally the 3 most recent Castle Super Beast episodes are Yowie Lowenthal,
Good.
48-hour boob window, and NRPG.
Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a certain amount of like, I think our show sometimes self selects its audience.
A little bit.
And I think this is true for most podcasts. Like that, you inadvertently select your own audience. It's not the other way around. The audience doesn't have that much influence on what the show becomes. Seren seems to agree. Uh, the audience can influence it a little bit, but a lot of times you end up with the audience you deserve.
Yep.
And like I look at, I know how many people listen to RFN. I don't talk about it. I will say it is in the four digits every week or per episode for the first week and a half after it comes out. Um, and there are definitely times I sit there and go, why? And it's not like 1004. No, it is significantly higher than that. And I'll just stare at it and go, but why? And I don't have a reason for that because there'll be an episode that kind of like, yeah, exactly. It kind of sticks with you like Charge Man can. You're right. Um,
Well, I mean, all the numbers I deal with are substantially lower than that, and I still have a similar feeling sometimes of like, what do you see in me?
Shelf stable bingo. They all contain bingo. The episode discusses Polly and his robot. God damn it. Yeah, like that's the shit that comes up. Oh, this one actually had votes on both sides. 2-1. So that
I think that's the first one that wasn't a blowout.
yeah, that was the July one that won. So let me go ahead and edit that. Done. Beautiful. All right. Next is another December. December 10 versus February 19. All right.
December 10. I assume that's for the episode released on the 12th.
Probably. I probably made the image on the 10th. Well,
Yeah, which would be
let me make sure. There could be something else.
hmm,
No, this is it. Yeah.
that's 852. We like our forum beefs medium rare.
Yes. This is Guillaume has talked in the past about how he misses like forum arguments, and we essentially just brought them directly into the show with an email that was somebody literally having a forum beef on our forums about Dave the Diver. And I was like, why are we letting him name drop in the email? What are we doing? Like he's calling out another probable listener in the email segment. What the fuck? But we just went with it because it was funny. And then February 19 is this looks familiar. I remember this.
Episode 810, looking for the contours of fun.
Ah, I don't understand the context of this image. It's probably in the clip. Sometimes the audio clip that we pick goes with it too. But I do recognize that all of those games are bad. So all of the images, all of the references in there are bad games that we've reviewed on the site. So
I think the article for this one definitely gives a little bit of context,
okay,
which, if you'll permit me, feels like it could be read aloud.
go for it.
I want to give your game a 1.25 out of 10, and so I shall. However, there are people that suggest it is not necessary that I have such dexterity in my
Oh,
reviews.
this.
They want median and mean scores to correspond with the numerical mean of the range. They demand a semi-predictable cadence of tens and ones, tops and bottoms. They expect the bell curve to be rigidly enforced, as if each game is evaluated against every other game on the same grading scale. I am not one such person. My mind is open, and therefore I am always correct. My views are nuanced and easily grasped. I am the Heraclitus in a Heraclitus? Who is that, a real mythological figure? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
philosopher. I've never heard of him. I am Heraclitus in a candy coating of raw charisma. Suffice to say, our accidental feature topic on review scores was no accident. Providence provides. The gods speak.
I, sometimes the article is actually where I could go completely fucking unhinged.
I almost feel like the image doesn't live up to how unhinged that article is.
I probably made the image and then wrote the article. There are times where I come on the show and I'm like, nobody reads the article, and it's true. But there are times where like I'm just writing the article and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go.
Oh, we've learned from Smasterpieces that you can get away with anything on that. Like the 2 times a year we release an episode, Joe just loses his mind.
It's, he's he Heraclitus is he's a Stoic philosopher. I think he's from Ephesus. I can't
I'm
remember.
not well read enough
I
to
can't remember why I pulled him from my brain though. Like there was something.
Little is known of Heraclitus's life. He wrote a single work, only fragments of which have survived.
I believe he. I want to say that he tended that all of his fragments are basically paradoxes. Like he's consistently writing these paradoxical statements as a statement of Stoic philosophy, which I did in the article about or in the previous parts about it, where I note that my mind is open and therefore I'm always correct. This was an email somebody wrote us where they were like, why isn't the average a 5? And it's like, because we don't review every game. Like that's why.
Also, frankly, because most games that are like legitimately 5 and below don't get released.
Right. Or we don't get
There's like a minimum level of quality where it's like, don't even bother.
right. And so I think the image is all games that received a 1 something.
Mm-hmm.
So a few of these are mine. There's a fruit. I think there's a Fruit Ninja reference in there. There is the Oh Sir, the Hollywood Roast, which is a game that I might have contributed to getting briefly pulled from the eShop for publicizing that it had a joke about a certain casting couch in it. Um,
Oh,
Homie
Jesus Christ.
Flappin' Zagita is in there. Homies Rollers is in there. I want to say there's a reference to that stupid Gator game I did too, but I can't tell from this image. Yeah, these are all very bad games, and this is an individual trying to find them, but thinking about an actual fun game instead of this fucking trash. And then on the left, the John is grilling because he's the one who said he likes his foreign beefs. But he is represented as a PA system because he recorded on the wrong mic and it sounded the entire time like he was ordering from a McDonald's that never been remodeled.
Oh my God.
That episode is rough. Guillaume ran it through AI to clean the audio up, and it's still rough. But I heard the original, and it's like unlistenable. So it's like you can listen to the episode now. Um, I first heard the audio because Guillaume messaged me and said, "Hey, the audio's really bad," and I'm like, "How bad are we talking?" And he explained it, and I was just like, "Well, I could try this AI thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess give it a shot." And I'm trying to get Guillaume to answer John or John to answer Guillaume's text messages because they're bouncing around. Um, Problem for me, I couldn't do anything about it because I was at a funeral while this is all happening. So
A
it's
funeral for this episode.
sadly no, this episode made it out. But like I'm sitting there in a suit, consoling family members and just looking at text messages going, well, it's as good as I can make it, and I'm like, oh Lord, here we go, and just listening to it on the way back, thinking, yep, I'm gonna wreck my car. I'm gonna wreck my car listening to this shit.
Okay. I
I should.
pulled it up. I'm listening to this.
It's bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. That was somehow worse than I was expecting from all that buildup.
Yeah, and
Oh, boy.
that's after we fixed it.
Oh, my God.
Guillaume posted a like an excerpt of just what it sounded like before he ran the filter over it, and it was awful. Like it legitimately sounds like he's ordering from a menu at like a McDonald's out in the country that's never been remodeled.
Hmm.
So I can't even really make fun of him though because I had fucked it up like 2 weeks earlier, but mine didn't sound that bad. It's like, oh jeez.
This is like, this is impressively bad. This is like, I don't know how you did this bad.
Yeah, it's got like reverb and it sounds like an effect you would put in a movie.
Like, I don't think I could reproduce this if I tried without like post recording editing.
Yeah, so he's recording on a laptop mic, I think. I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure because I've heard his laptop mic before and it's not that bad. It's maybe it was just blowing out the audio. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird sounding. So yeah, I just felt like this really encapsulated everything we wanted to do with this image. But also, I think I also made the image coming back from the funeral, um, because I had to immediately leave and go to the last screening, or what was going to be the last screening of The Boy and the Heron, before I left on a work trip the next day.
Mm.
Because for a while they were only like, we're only going to show it 4 days, and then they're like, okay, we're going to show it 4 more days. And it's like, fuck, I could have just waited. I didn't have to go out in a monsoon, leaving a funeral, still in a suit, sitting in this. In this is Sunday night. I am. It's like a 9 p.m. screening because I got back from the funeral at like 8:15, and I am in a full morning suit, and I'm the only motherfucker in that theater.
Next Mario Party monthly punishment game completely redubbed, John.
There we go. That's actually
It
pretty
would
good.
not be the first time in RFN history
Nope.
someone's been redubbed.
Greg is the first person to have done that. I've redubbed a bit of a. Oh, we got a tie. Holy shit. We got a tie.
How
Uh,
our ties decided.
well, who didn't vote? Did you vote?
I voted.
All right. Seren, did you
I,
vote?
I see 3 people in the chat right now, so that's 2 of them did not vote.
Yes. Oh, GX didn't notice. Sorry. Oh, GX, which one did you want to vote for then? Left? Okay. Chariot Goblin, what about you? Please don't say right. Please don't say right.
Then Alex has to vote, and then
That'll get us
decide
there.
it.
I keep accidentally opening up create clip because it's next to the chat window button. Right, son of. All right, Alex. Alex, pick. Right. Okay. Wow.
Ah,
Wow. I didn't expect that one to pull through.
yeah, I voted for the left.
All right. Well, that's fine. We'll just keep rolling. This one.
Should have stopped the count.
Should have stopped the count. We're not even. Oh my god! All right, we got to move. We got to move with some alacrity now.
Yeah, it's been about an hour now.
10:29 and 9:27. Let's see.
10. So
Oh god.
7 is episode 840, Mario Spreading.
Yeah. Yeah.
And October 29th is episode 846, The Release Calendar.
Oh no. So 9:27 is actually an article I wrote. So it's not an RFN
Ah,
episode, and it's also fucking terrible because it was a joke.
I see.
So
Oh, this looks familiar.
this is
Oh, shit.
this is a walk.
Ah, fuck, I remember this.
So I put this on the site. I did absolutely nothing because I used to yell at people to actually do images for the content you write. Because people would just post an article that was like, I spent 9 hours on this, and then not put an image to advertise. I'm like, come on, please. But I was doing, I basically wrote, I vented about having played the Quest for Camelot for like 3 straight levels, and it's just abysmal. And just basically asked Nintendo why. And so I did the lowest of low effort. I took one of their own screenshots and just cut out some stuff and threw it in there. And then it sat at the top of the site for like a month and a half. I was like, why? Why do I do this? Why do I make this possible? On the left, I can't really make it out very well, but I know what it is. This is Mario and his fireman calendar. Eric Cartman's.
The release calendar, as it were.
Yes. Would you say the name of the episode was?
Well, for October 29th,
Yeah.
it's just called The Release Calendar.
Oh, okay. I
Uh,
I
and
assume there were.
the article says, and I quote, James Audio had some issues this week.
Yeah,
It was John.
this was the one where I couldn't make fun of John for it. I am putting the poll to 1 minute to save time. So poll voting is live. I will call that out from now on since I'm making it shorter. It is I believe the term release calendar here had deliberate sexual overtones, so which is why I drew Mario as a fireman in a fireman calendar.
Okay, I'm listening to like what your audio sounds like in this episode now, and while it is bad, you can definitely make fun of John.
Oh yeah, I can, but still, Mario and the nipples he does not have. Correct. Well, I'm giving something for the people who really want the beefcake, and the beefcake people want nipples. So Mario has a nipple in this one. You've never seen Fireman Mario with his overalls down, so Fireman Mario didn't really exist before this. This is actually mostly made out of coloring book, like online coloring book images. Um, the fireman's hat, the fire truck, and then I had to redraw Mario without a shirt and with his overalls half undone, which was, I'm gonna go ahead and say, one of the worst things I've done in a while. Oh god damn it, we got to tie again. Why would you people vote for the one on the right? That one's awful. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this? Oh my god. All right, I didn't vote. I'm gonna say I'm allowed to vote. Right? What the fuck? You people are monsters. You're monsters.
You see, the story behind it is what they really voted for. They didn't vote for the picture.
I'm gonna kill that one in the next poll. Like that's not. I'm not letting that get through. It's awful. It's so bad. Um, hold on one second. The next one is April 23rd and January 1st. Oh, the Fitness Power Boys. April 23rd. Oh Jesus, it's this one. This is again John count up 1. John count
What
up
were
2.
the dates again?
January 1st
January 1st.
and
Okay.
April
April
23rd.
All right. So January 1st was 8:03 Fitness Boys versus the Urban Champion. And then we've got 8:19. Just think real fascists now. It's an email address.
Yes. This is John failing to get the email address for like the 3800th time. And I believe he might have been the one that said real fascists now. And I was like, why? Why would you say that? You absolute fucking monster. And yeah, that is Hugo Boss on the magazine. Why do you ask? Boy, this
I
so
think these are both good.
the Fitness Power Boys is the origin of the meme now of our various heads. I had to modify both John and Guillaume's heads, and mine actually, I think I changed the hair color to match my own, and then Greg's, obviously, I just pixelated the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, we were discussing fitness, probably related to my current workout routine, and also Urban Champion. So I really like the Fitness Boys logo, though, as if it's like some kind of like terrible fitness oriented pop group.
Poll is up, by the way.
Oh yeah, poll's live. GX is now tracking all the wiki members and the
Yeah,
show pony.
I'm giving this one to the right.
I like the one on the right. In fact, I'm gonna actually vote this time because I'm worried y'all are gonna do something fucking botched again. This.
What you could do is that what me and my friends do whenever we're like hosting any kind of voting is that you can just choose to only vote when there's a tie.
Yeah, that's true. This is a blowout. The Hugo Boss is not getting the
This is our highest voter turnout too.
Yeah, people saw what happened last time. That needs to be dealt with. The one on the left is definitely low effort. It was definitely a low effort image. It's true. Greg always wins. I want to say there's one other Greg appearance this year. I'm pretty careful with that because I know I don't want to like overstep with him. I know how protective he is of his privacy. This next one is one that's not out yet. This is the one that comes out. I'm probably going to release it tomorrow, actually.
Oh,
so
a preview.
Yeah. This is 12:30 versus April 16. Do
I
I?
remember actually the last year, the Fitness Boys picture you saved for the end as like a reveal,
Yes.
a world premiere, if you will.
Yep. The Fitness Power Boys made their appearance for the first time. And it was April. What was it? April 16th. Okay. But since this episode actually is going to come out this year versus last year, where it was going to technically come out at the start of the next year.
April 16 is episode 818. Can a Mario movie make you cry?
Oh God, yeah. This is there's some action on this one. The episode that is not out yet is named. I want to say it's with the power of Street Sharks and the Seventh Guest. Oh no, excuse me. With the power of Seventh Guest and Sewer Shark, they will be unstoppable. Uh,
Yeah.
this is tied to a rumor that Guillaume had sourced that Nintendo bought the console rights to the Seventh Guest for the unreleased PlayStation just to keep it out of the hands of the Sega CD, with no intention to ever actually release it because they knew it was bad,
Oh my god.
which would be amazing. Um, this is the Seventh Guest episode that is coming up. We recorded this one like 2 weeks ago, and then the other one was we were probably having another argument about the Mario movie. Um,
As you do.
yeah, we had a bunch of them in the lead up of like, no, this
Oh,
thing's.
Xander was on this one.
Oh, he's been on about 3 episodes.
Oh, Xander and Metz were on this one.
Oh, they had seen it. I believe is how we ended up with that cast. Johnny had definitely seen it, and Xander.
Yeah, the article. Yeah, so yeah, the two of them had seen the movie, and also you had to ask Xander how the Dr. Mario thing went.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did, and he did not complete the completely uncompletable objective he set for himself.
He came a lot closer than I'm comfortable with, though.
Yeah, he did. I think he got like level 800, which the fact there were that many is alarming.
Hmm.
I did a lot of work on the one for this week because I had a full week to make it. Everyone got turned to gray and black suits because they're in the government, and this guy got turned into a military guy doing a presentation about the dangers of Sega CD with Sewer Shark and the Seventh Guest.
My vote's going to the left. Something really speaks to me about that one.
I had to figure out this presentation looks like how we get Johnny Turbo. You're not wrong. Um, Poll ends now. It is
Oh,
left.
someone voted real last minute.
Let's see. I wish you showed me the 4-2. All right. I guess I could have just done that math and not needed to look at it.
It scares me that our total number of voters is an even number.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a problem. I didn't vote though, so I can break ties if necessary. Next is June 18th and July 9th. One of those might be a Warriors one.
All right.
Let's see.
So I do see a July 9th episode. It's called The Poke Lore Hole.
Oh yeah, one of these is a Warrior.
Okay.
I
Do
knew
you know which one it is?
June 19th.
Okay. So then July 9th, The Poke Lore Hole.
Yes. Oh, this I like this one. This is a fun one. Oh, Mario's blowing up the image. Mario's not going to fit in the picture frame because he's got a bad aspect ratio because I just didn't give a shit.
Mm.
All right, this is how to make $1 billion. I would like Twitch. Twitch, thank you.
I see it.
Yeah,
So.
I'm super delayed. That's weird.
Your computer might be struggling to do streaming and viewing at the same time.
Probably. So this is my plan to make $1 billion, which was to produce a Mario Kart Warriors because Mario Kart makes everything sell. The end punch. The article goes for like 1,500 to 1,700 words, and then just ends with the punchline of "Call it Mario Kart 9," and that's how you're gonna make $1 billion. Like it's just like the whole thing is this big long setup for me just to end it. Just call it Mario Kart 9. You'll make $1 billion. Congratulations, you did it.
I love it.
Change by stream quality.
Uh,
That's a good idea. I don't need this to be HD because I'm just watching. Like just watching to make sure the images get updated. There we go. And then Pokelore hole. I just literally found an image of a hole in a wall and put Mimikyu behind it because I felt like that was the most appropriate Pokemon to be staring out of the wall. I think I had to make the hole slightly bigger so its face was framed nicely, but This
Mimikyu's the right choice. Yeah.
this was a very quick and dirty one, but I don't mind it. A lot of work went into the Mario Kart one, but like it doesn't say anything. There's a little
Yeah.
there's a little bit of commentary in the composition, but besides that, it just is.
The Mario Kart one, it's a good graphic, but there's not really a bit to it.
No, the most interesting thing was that I had to make the font into a street or a track by drawing in the yellow lines throughout the entire thing,
Hmm.
which was as awful as you would expect it to be. Um, I did put Daisy in farming attire. I don't know why. I have no idea why I did that. I remember doing it deliberately and thinking, well, this should be farming Daisy, and then going, why? But I did it, so there it is. Farmer Daisy sells it. Also, Reverse Pants Mario. Yeah, this is
Uh,
Reverse Pants Mario.
Daisy's the villager class.
Oh, okay. And I did deliberately go with Reverse Pants Mario. Again, I don't remember what the thinking behind that was because I wrote like a nearly 2,000 word article about Mario Kart Warriors. My brain was not there. I mean, Farmer Daisy would have been the recent-ish character in Tour. Okay, so I probably had a bunch of Daisy images, and I picked that one deliberately because of it. Um, right. Wait, did we only get one? All right, I'm gonna redo the poll because we only got one vote. Sorry, I didn't say the poll was live. Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Oh, I think I forgot to vote. Yeah.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. I didn't tell y'all that the poll was live. Sorry. Poll is live. There we go. Vote now, as I would normally say in the Mario Party streams.
Which reminds me that we've got some testing to do for
Oh
the next
no,
one.
that's right. That's
We have
coming up
we have a
next
bad
Friday.
idea
Oh, good.
because since we didn't finish the game last time, we're going to finish the game and then we're gonna have like half a stream slot left. So we're like, well, Mario Party 9 and 10 have really short boards.
Oh, I still like my GBA speed race multi-stream. It's just a speed run race. Who can clear a board fastest?
But we need to test Parsec for Mario Party 10.
Oh God, that sounds miserable.
And for once the host privileges jokes will actually be legitimate.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, right one again, but this time there were at least votes. All right, that one feels right. Like that one I appreciate that I put a lot of work in the other one, but it feels right that the Mimikyu one works because it sells the joke. Next up is September 3rd versus September 10th. Oh, this is subsequent weeks. Ooh, interesting. Oh, we got another John.
The September 3rd was more like self-sabotage, episode 838. Then you said September 9th.
Yeah.
That is most likely 839. Man buys $220 portable system, plays Karnov.
Yes. Yes. So both of these are John, although it is not John depicted in the second image. Um, because he did buy a retro. What are those things called? The Game Boy Color um, retro game consoles. I can't remember what they're called now.
Analog Pocket.
Yeah, he bought an analog pocket and then
I knew that because I read it off the TSI.
and then proceeded to go play Karnov. Of all the fucking games in the entirety of history, this dude went to go play
It's valid.
Karnov. Karnov is terrible. So like this was a choice. I don't remember the context for why John is afraid of RFN pills. Valid, probably should be, but there's something about that image that's I don't know. Like it's probably tied to a joke from inside the episode that is not immediately apparent just from the title. Um, so that was September 3rd. That would have been much like more like self sabotage, parenthetical, much like this show. This was the Super Mario Brothers Wonder Direct. Okay, that's probably why we had an allegory about pills. I'm gonna guess that there was a joke that it was like you've been popping pills watching this thing. Uh,
The Roku channels in the background of the Analog Pocket one
yeah,
add a lot.
yeah. There probably was a reason why I picked that, but I don't know. There's also the ghost of where his money once was.
This one I don't think is a clear cut winner though.
Mm-mm.
This one's a tougher one.
All right, voting is live now. Did you miss the Horace show pony that's in the left? Oh, right, Horace is in the pills.
Oh fuck.
Horace is in the pills. Can I add a new channel points reward? I cannot because I do not have the NWR account. I only have the stream
Because
key.
those always go well.
Horace pills redeem. Yeah, I don't have the trigger things enabled right now. Do those qualify as horse pills? That's probably the joke I was making.
Of course, Seren might mean like the long term channel points rewards challenges,
Oh,
which
what was it?
not necessarily better.
Make John play Karnov? Is that one of them? He's already doing that. Winner is left actually, pretty commandingly.
Okay.
We are approaching the end of the first. Meh, kinda. We're kind of approaching the end of the first round.
It should speed up once we get through round one, because then it'll just be like we've seen every
Yeah,
image
I
by
won't
then.
have to explain them. June 24th and June 19th. So again, we might have either an article or consecutive episodes.
June 24th. That seems to be an episode, the Big Cheesing Honor System.
Oh yes, this will.
And which one? And which date did you say for the other one?
It was June 19th.
Okay, I see June 18th, which would be Radio Foxtrot Nintendo is not NATO approved.
Yeah, let me see if there is an IT. No, there is a. Oh, oh. Did I do a big fuck up? Hold on. When did we run the Mario one? So the Mario Kart Warriors one, that was the one before the last one, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, they're gonna get their seat swapped. Because I accidentally ran 18 when I should have run 19.
Oh, I just clicked this trigger fire thing. Do we need more trigger fire things that ruin streams?
Probably.
Like at a certain point, how like I feel like I'm being very generous allowing one.
All right, so I messed up a little bit when I ran 19 instead of 18, but since this is seeded randomly, whatever. I
Doesn't matter.
There was a 19 and an 18, so I picked the 19 when I meant to pick the 18. This is supposed to have been the 19, which was the Mario Kart Warriors, but instead we'll go with Radio Foxtrot Nintendo, which is again another John. Again, it's about John not quote not remembering the name of the show, which I know he's doing it. He's doing this on purpose, and it makes me insane. This is also now the origin of one of my favorite pieces of content in the resources folder, which is Wiki John wearing headphones, which I believe is just called Wiki John wearing headphones.png. The big cheese, I believe, is when they announced the recently released WarioWare game. And so we got on a big diversion about talking about how they name things, and I believe we turned into big cheesing it as a phrase. Not a lot.
These are both good.
Not a lot to explain here. They're both fairly straightforward jokes. I'll go ahead and start the poll.
They're both good. I think I give it to the one on the right personally.
There's
Just the concept is funnier to me.
there's more going on there. The fact that
Yeah.
there's two already, poll is live, that are about the fact that John can't remember the name of the podcast he's been on for literally 15 fucking years. is like it's got to be deliberate, but he'll never cop to it. And there's just enough of me that thinks it might not be that I sit there and wonder, and that's what makes it more painful. And he knows it because if it was deliberate and he just told me it was deliberate, I'd just be mad and be done with it. But the fact that it might actually not be a bit.
If it see, that's the thing. I'm not saying it's not a bit, but he needs to be a pretty good actor for that to be the case.
Yeah, but he kind of is. That's the problem. He kind of is. There are times where I can't tell if he's fucking with me or not. And it makes me crazy. So when I wasn't the host of the
What
show,
that's the thing. What if he's just never fucking with you?
well, that no,
What if he's just like that?
that's the worst possible outcome. So I when I wasn't the host of the show, and John and I's job was basically just to sit back there and just fuck around, it was a lot funnier to me. Like if you go back and listen to the Johnny episodes, there's a lot of just us having a conversation completely unrelated to what's happening, and Johnny being completely oblivious to it until he goes and listens to the episode. Next up is
John becoming your own personal hell as you become the host is some like big sowing versus reaping.
oh yeah, because I'm the reason he's that way. Like our bullshittery is what got us there, and then it's like, well, now it's your bullshittery. And it's like, oh well, that's unfortunate for me. This one is January 29, and I remember making this one because I made it on my birthday and it took for fucking ever. And I'm like, this is the worst birthday. Why am I doing this? And 10/15. So that was fairly recent.
10-15.
Oh,
Why are we talking about Horace?
yeah, this is where we were having a conversation about three distinct Horaces and nobody knew who was talking about whom.
Thank God. What was the date for the other one?
January 29 and 10/15.
January 29. This podcast is significant.
Oh, yes, this this comes from a review that I can't remember what game it was. Where it's an NWR review that just starts with "This game is significant," and it just cracked us all the fuck up that somebody would write that in an article because
That was an NWR review?
I believe it was, yeah.
Let's see if I could just search "this game is significant" in the search bar and find something.
I believe it was one of ours, which is really funny. We actually did a reference to "This game is significant." I think we did it in the episode coming out this week.
Wait, does the search bar not exist anymore?
It's there, I think.
Man, I guess my browser is just being weird.
This podcast is significant. Enhanced by Google.
Oh, it might be my VPN that's on.
Yeah, it's the Mario Tennis Power Tour review. This review, we've talked about it. Stan Ferguson, whom is a former host of the show and a friend of ours, so we feel comfortable absolutely busting his balls. Yeah, he gave Mario Tennis Power Tour a 10, which is the GBA Mario Tennis game, which is fine. He justifies it, but he opens the review with just the phrase "This game is significant," as if that was his attempt to immediately obviate that you're giving that game a 10 and how it immediately makes the fact that he gave that game a 10 stand out even more.
He justifies it in that I believe he believes it.
Yes. Oh, definitely. But this got us on a list of worst reviews of the year because it's like most fanboy who would give that game a 10. But he stood by it. He stood by that review as being really, really good. And we did a retroactive on that on the golf version, I believe. No, we did a tennis one, and it's super good. It's an amazingly good game. This game is significant. Mario Tennis Power Tour for the GBA is easily one of the best games made for the system, if not other systems. It is beautifully constructed, funny, exciting. It is simply jam-packed with joy, with the joy of gaming. I,
Okay, that's a bit much.
I think the looking for the joy of gaming episode also has its origins in that paragraph, meaning that paragraph 15 years later inspired two distinct RFN episode titles.
Jesus Christ.
Um, I liked the applause light behind that one though. I thought that was very good. So the Horus the Horai, uh, those are three distinct gaming Horuses. Um, One of them is obviously Mr. Showpony. One of them is Horace, who was in a bunch of British gaming home computer games in like the early '90s. Paul was live, by the way, and it'd be like Horace goes skiing, Horace goes to the beach, and it's just this like weird fucking decapitated mascot. And then the other one to Horace is I can't remember what the name of the game was. It was the one that Guillaume was and Greg were actually talking about. Oh, the game I think it's just called Horace. So we had this weird cycle of three. We were talking about three distinct Horaces before realizing what was going on. I did make the prison setting. I think I made that out of nothing. I think I drew every element of that. I felt like the lineup was good. It was like, okay, what can I do to describe the fact there are three characters named Horace that have significant roles in gaming.
I think these are two really good TSIs that are being messed up a bit by the random seating.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. But I think the random seating creates enough chaos that I actually enjoy it that way. Winner. Wait, did only one vote? I called out that
That
I called out that voting was live, didn't I?
you did.
All right. Did are y'all just done voting? Is that what this is? Are we done? Are we already done for the night? Okay. Well, left wins. I
I
actually.
guess I guess since I heard the call, it's obvious that's my vote, so I can't complain.
Yep. All right. I actually kind of thought the right one had a chance to roll. All right. July 2nd versus March 4th. We'll go find them. The fact that they're also like not in sequential order, meaning I have to bounce around, is really. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, dear God.
July 2nd, single use Ultra Hand.
Yep. Yeah. That one.
And March
March 4th.
4th, episode 812, I wouldn't even accept your apology.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Oh, these are both haunted. These are haunted images. We are in a
Oh,
we are in a haunted image. Um. So, all right, single use Ultra Hand we decided should be sexual because I'm a fucking broken individual. That's why you would have a single use one so you can dispose of it after you've used it. This is probably tied to Tears of the Kingdom as well, but Horus in bed with a human woman and an Ultra Hand is really not something I was ready for, and I made the fucking thing. Um, Horus is now past Wiki John.
a
The
quote from the article. It's pretty much a given that Horace will make an appearance in any given episode of the show, and this week he just keeps coming back, and yet he isn't the most alarming thing mentioned this week.
great. Is that Wiki James on Skinner's body? No. So what that is we this was right around the time that all those AI streams were popping up. So like the one that was the steamed clams, steamed hams. There was the one that was the sausages that are having a debate, and there was another one that had caught my attention. The Seinfeld one, and I talked about it for a little while. And so what I asked was, I believe I had AI generate character. I asked one of the AI image generations to draw me two people in the WikiHow style, and
No.
that's what it spit out. And I then colored them Simpsons colors, and then took a screenshot from steamed hams and slapped them on there. Oh no, I didn't generate these ones. These are actual WikiHow images I found. But
I'm
they,
like
they
really sitting and realizing for the first time that like there has to be like an on-staff WikiHow artist.
there are a bunch of them. I've actually done research on this. They pay on commission. So like you submit art and they just pay you for it, which is why a lot of it they have an in-house style. like a style guide, which is why it all more or less looks the same. Um, it's very odd. It's a very odd thing that exists. All right, I'm gonna make the poll live right now. Please vote. I think I watched like 30 hours of Steam Tams. Infinite Steam, I believe is what it was called. Until it got banned. I don't. I did not see it get banned. I heard what it got banned for, and I'm okay with it.
I also heard what it got banned for.
It's like
I never ended up watching any of those AI streams because by the time they started popping up, AI was a word that I was sick of hearing.
there was some of them were actually pretty good. Most of them sucked. The Seinfeld one was good because it appeared to have some short term memory. So
Hmm.
there was one where not Jerry got a Hollywood movie contract, so he left, and then it was aware that he shouldn't be there anymore, so he just wasn't there. And so it did like 4 or 5 scenes, and he wasn't in them. But the thing is, between each scene, it did an interstitial that was him doing like the comedy stage bit that would be at the end of every episode of Seinfeld. and
Hmm.
and so he wasn't there, and it knew he wasn't there, so it was just an extended shot of the microphone for like 2 minutes. And he was finally summoned back to the world when new restaurant has opened in town, because that was the thing that kept popping up. They kept saying it was new restaurant, and somebody asked if they should invite not Jerry. I can't remember what his name was, and he materializes into the scene and is, yeah, we should go. And then he was just back. It was like, what the fuck is happening? It was so weird. Because, like, the chat was like, is he just gone? He's just gone. Where'd he go? And then they realized it was because he was in a movie. And so he was gone shooting the movie. And then he came back and he was just back and nobody cared. Oh,
That's so fucking good.
it was, but the thing is, like, people who ran it were in the chat and they're like, yeah, we don't know where he is. He's just, they're not generating him. Because basically what it generated the script, and then as characters appeared in the script, they were essentially materialized into the scene, and it just wasn't putting him in the script, so he wasn't there, including during the stand-up bit. It was so stupid. Like, basically it was broken, but it broke in such a way that it was perfect.
But it was broken, but it was also working exactly as intended.
It was like, what is happening?
Working better than
Yeah,
intended.
exactly. The next one is June 9th, which is a Warriors one. And
Okay.
uh, ba, 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 April 25th.
April 25th. I assume that is episode 819. Just think real fascist now? No, we already did that one.
April 25th.
It must be the episode from the 30th. Racer X Goomba Tower?
Uh, no, it should be a 425, right? I have the image. I
No.
don't know what it
I
what it is.
the closest that there is to that is April 23rd, Just Think Real Fascist Now, which
Yeah.
we already did.
Yep.
And then April 30th, Racer X Goomba Tower.
So I must have misnamed this episode. This is an episode that John and I hosted together, and nobody else was around. And I remember the episode. I just don't remember what the episode was called.
Ooh.
Um, well,
I kind of remember that. Because I showed up in that.
the feed is probably the best way to find that one. Jex, you said you had the feed up. Do you see one where I mentioned that it's
I
just,
have I have the podcast page open up. But I can pull the Spotify feed, I guess.
yeah, like the RSS feed? Almost certainly, I made a comment about it in the article. Let's see.
I'm trying to think when was that now?
I feel like it was relatively early in the year. Let's see. Well, that's a bummer. I don't know. So like, I could just go through every episode until I find one that's just us, but that's not a productive use of time. Actually, what I could do is I could go find one that's got. I could just go look at John's staff profile, because that's gonna
I'm like
give me less to go
skimming.
through.
Oh,
Oh, did you find it?
call in topic. It would it be call in topic RFN the
I don't.
Racer X Goomba Tower was call in.
What?
So maybe that's it.
It was call
Let
in.
me actually
No,
let me actually
this one's just misnumbered. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but I do remember an episode we did that was just us. That's fine. Well,
Yeah, Racer X Goomba Tower was just you and John.
okay, so that must have been it.
And okay.
But I have one for that. Maybe I made a new one later. So I've got because I have Racer X Goomba Tower came out on what date?
April 30th.
Yeah, I have one for that. So I don't know. Maybe I made that and then changed my mind on it or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. There it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the voting. John and Horace have resumed their tie.
Maybe this one was for the announcement, now that I think about it.
Oh, you know what? That's probably what it was. That's you know what? You nailed it. That
Mm-hmm.
this was probably the one for the like we're live image.
Yeah.
Voting is live. The Warriors one is the one I made for the preamble article.
Mm-hmm.
Where I just took every Warriors logo I could find and slammed them in there, and then just filled it with random Zelda bullshit. I just wanted it to be
Yeah.
visually unpleasant to look at. Like
I
that was my goal.
I think personally I'm going with left on this one because first of all you succeeded in that goal, which is worth credit. But also the one on the right, like it's a funny joke, but also it is just another TSI from the year with minor alterations.
Yeah, it's just I just reused it because if it was
Mm-hmm.
just for the we're going live thing, yeah, I don't usually put much effort on that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not time. There's no time when doing a live show. Like when you're recording an episode live, there's no time to do anything because everything is breaking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Left
Like the only way to do anything is if you plan it way the hell in advance.
and
And I sure don't do that.
yep. And when I do that, something usually goes wrong. So like the there was a good one where we were getting ready to do a live show and the site's IceCast instance was dead and only Aaron Kaluska had the password to reset it. And
I
nobody
just spilled a ton of water, so I'm gonna be right back.
fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the next set. Which
I am here to help you vamp while he's gone, while they're gone.
perfect. This is January 22.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this one a lot.
Uh,
January 22 versus March 26.
January 22 is Kirby's Dream Warren Buffett.
I don't know
And
how we got there.
what was the other one?
March 26.
March 26th is A Change of Hardware,
Nice.
which was Stop Saying Hardware as the subhead.
Oh god, this might have just been us saying it over and over again and getting into some kind of
Yes.
nightmare scenario. I really like the Kirby one here. That's
Kirby Buffett is really good.
I'm just gonna go ahead and launch the poll because I don't remember much about either of these episodes. They're so early in the year. Um,
The you didn't really write an article for the Kirby one because it was NFL playoff weekend right after the release of a new Fire Emblem.
oh, so I just wrote that as the article.
Yes.
That might have been me having a I don't know a whining fit. Voting is live, by the way.
Yes, you said this is an all email episode. Um, Nintendo's dubious suggestions, Baten Kaitos, remake rumors, Mario's emotional needs, recasting Sparks of Hope, and theological inquiries. I guess Nintendo's dubious suggestions is the one
Probably.
where Kirby comes from?
Back in it,
I don't know.
thanks for the Prime sub. And then I have no idea what's going on with the other one, except that there's something written on the box, and I believe it says now with less balls. So
Yes.
I presume the conversation had gone somewhere I didn't want, and it just stayed there
Um,
forever.
yeah, it all the only hardware or anything reference is just stop saying hardware,
Oh God.
which just tells me that you just kept saying the word so many times it lost meaning.
Yep.
Um,
Left wins with not a lot of votes. I mean, if you know strongly
I
advise
mean,
people drop their votes in.
viewership is a little bit lower than it was, and
Yeah, it's slow goings.
co-host is out, so
Next one is August 27th and May 21st.
all right, May 21st is Pantless in Hyrule,
Great.
and August 27th?
Hold on. Let me make sure I got those right. It is May 21st and August 27th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Uh, is Donald Sutherland is a sexual
Oh
being.
God damn it! That one. Yeah.
A live revelation.
Yeah. No. That it's true, but I
John doesn't have a lot to talk about, so instead he talks about the trailer for Thank Goodness You're Here.
yeah, he did do that. I remember that going like, John, that game's not coming out for like a year. Can we do something else? Uh
Clearly now. Oh, but you got to go to Meow Wolf and talked about it here.
yes, which by the way is still awesome.
Oh yes, no, my one of my former managers at I am 8-bit helps build Meow Wolf on the side.
The Denver one is a lot. It's a lot.
I bet. I have not ever been to one of them, but I want to really bad.
That one's
I'm
Um,
that
back.
one's pretty cool. Welcome back.
A little more water got on my Steam Deck that I'm happy with.
Oh no.
So
Um
we're gonna find out if that's gonna be a problem.
I'm pretty sure Pantsless and Hyrule was tied to the fact that I basically started that game the worst possible way, and then Donald Sutherland as a sexual being comes from the fact at some point I want to say it was Guillaume noted that he was saw like an old movie with young Donald Sutherland and was surprised at how sexual he was in it, which led to the fact that he has a kid, right? Who's a famous actor. Yes, he's a sexual being. But I just have him texting eggplant emojis because that just felt like the dumbest possible way to state that. Also, a meme that has found its way into the show of talking about Donald Sutherland as an attractive. I don't know why we do this to ourselves.
womp womp.
Young Donald Sutherland did have an energy to him. That's probably the best way to describe it. Voting is live. WikiJohn 6. Show
Yeah.
Odie's. Oh, now Daisy's in here at 2. Karnov 1. Sutherland 1. Fuck.
But Urban Champion is already at 2.
It is. From the same image. We reused the image, so it was fine. Um, just Donald Sutherland, hey, eggplant it's just fucking sending me. I don't know why that cracked me up so much as I made it, but I just kept looking at it going, fuck, I can't believe I'm putting this on the website. Let's see if I get a message this time. The answer is no. I've never gotten a message. No one's ever said anything,
5 votes.
which is just making me want to try harder. Like it's not going to make me ignoring this problem won't make it go away. I'm saying that directly to Neil and John. Donald Sutherland's sexuality advances.
I promise Neil is fine with it.
Neil doesn't care. Neil's just like content on my website.
Yeah, pretty much.
April 1st and August 13th.
April 1st is they should have let us sink the boat.
Yeah, they should have let us sink the boat.
And August 13th is Horus versus Horus.
Oh God, more horses. And then
Homonyms and mythonyms.
nice. I like this one a lot. I like both of these a lot. This was our
Of course, there's another John. As soon as there's another Horus, they must stay tied.
they are inextricably locked. I want to say this was right around the time E3 got canned again, and we were doing our Wind Waker retroactive, and we made a
Yes.
reference to the Patreon episode that we ended up releasing right from 2020, where we talked about staging a fake E3 on a cruise ship. But in the end, we sunk the boat for dramatic tension and other terrible ideas. I think we put a bunch of influencers we didn't like on a fake boat, like it was 999, and sank it. It's like, this is the alternate boat. Like, it's just dumb bullshit. I don't know how we ended up with Horus the god fighting Horus the horse, but John is getting his ass absolutely handed to him.
Well, yeah, he clearly doesn't know any of the combos.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get the combos in.
Um,
I have no context for that episode title.
Here's what it says. We're preparing for RFN Season 6 5 years into Season 5.
It's true.
First order of business. Fixing the RSS feed. Yeah, it's busted again. Second order of business, a mascot. Should we spend efforts coming up with a new plan to boost listeners? What about some new music to start the show? How about redesigned art? No, a mascot. Here's a name drop of me in the show notes about Patrick's Parabox.
Vote is live.
This is a
Yeah.
really difficult vote.
I
I like both of
remember
these.
I remember why that came up, and the basic gist of it is RFN season 5 being like 5 or 6 years long is kind of a running joke at this point. And literally, I only need to do one thing to roll us over to season 6, and I just haven't done it for 2 fucking years. It is something I could do in. Well, I mean, I could have it done. I'll just put it this way: I could have it done in like 40 minutes. Somebody else would have to do it, and that would take time. But like, I just fucking haven't.
By the way, in real me sowing, haha, me reaping, oh fuck, I clicked on the Patrick's Parabucks game page on NWR. There is one other RFN that it's on. We have not gotten to it. It also has Horus in the show
It
name.
sure does.
God bless.
Oh,
And
we got a tie.
as the owner of HorusShowPony.com,
It's true. You could just link to it.
I no, you know where it goes.
I do know where it goes. All right, so we have a tie. I want to go ahead and vote because I didn't vote. I'm going to go with left because I liked the synergy of this is the Wind Waker and also E3. Synergized to our own internal RFN lore, but also I like that I've now added Jeff Keighley to the list of things GX has to track.
It was a difficult vote, though.
No, I agree. I like both of these a lot.
Fucking Keeley.
It's so the fact that I just put him on the dumb pirate is what cracks me up. All right, next is March 12th and December 17th. One of these might be an article.
March 12th is Wario's Iconic Garlic.
Oh God.
And December 17th is Frisky Gee's Time to Shine.
Oh God, it's this one.
Oh my god.
This is the one that Guillaume actually talks about in the episode last week about like I really shouldn't have named the show that.
Well, it's definitely not the Wario one. I'll tell you that.
No, this is
Oh, fuck.
this is a slaughter. So what you can't see on the screenshot is that there's stuff. Every chat name I made up. I might make it bigger just so you can see it. I made a bunch of icons. In fact, I'll make it bigger just so y'all can see it real quick. You can see the icons there. There's Melly from Bot and Kaito's Origins, because I have all of her reaction head images in my memes folder because I think they're really funny. They really wanted to make you know that she's kind of stuck up. I can't remember what some of the other.
So much going on here.
Yeah, there is the Pac-Man from the TSI made last year of all the Pac-Man burning the Mario when Mario 2035 was shut down and Pac-Man 99 was started up. I need
Hey,
to.
there's a Horace and a John and another John in this.
Yeah. Oh
Or
yeah.
no,
There is a
no, there's only
horse.
one John.
The only thing
Although,
that I didn't create, I have to make it bigger on my screen so I can see it. The only thing I didn't create, one of them is actually there's a lot of TSIs in here. There's the guy who's chewing on the invisible food from 1-2 Switch. There is a John.
yep,
There is a Horace. There is the Mad Whale McCree of last year fame.
yes,
There is the TSI from 2 years ago, which was when Nintendo released the blue Switch that's not blue.
yes.
And then there is one of my favorite all time, which is a minimal eroticism, which I found this WikiHow image of somebody covering their eyes with spoons. Not no eroticism, but minimal eroticism. Uh, there is a significant amount of content in this that is actually just lifted from Frisky Tom, and then
Forgot about
I
minimal eroticism.
I just put the
Yeah, that's my fault again.
I just put the characters on it. Not no eroticism, minimal. Um, in here is Guillaume wearing Frisky Tom's hat, John as the woman in the bathtub because it is tub time, and I am the mouse. Because I felt like after I put those two in there, I'm now responsible and have to make an appearance. Current bit donation total is 6969 out of 1,000 for the stream. So
Every now and then you see one in the first round where you're like, that's the winner.
this one's brutal. This one's brutal. Including the names in the chat. Andros, where he just announces that he's a rock now, which is just a commentary on all of my hate for Dinosaur Planet. Frisky Gee himself, and I gave him an icon, which is the Frisky Tom in the hat. That's his sub badge. Steven Seagal's, I can't remember what the long name that I gave that one was. I think it was like Steven Seagal's Spark Notes. Mario Shardy is a mod. And then I'm Lon Jindy is in the chat just screaming that he loves things.
Also, Sweet Pete.
Sweet Pete is in there as well, yes, which is a very old RFN reference. And his tags are dancer, adult only, and I'm artistic. Because it's frisky hours, new Twitch rules, bout to be wild. Most of this was done by editing the HTML of an actual Twitch stream. And I left a little bit at the bottom, the streamer whose stream it was in, just barely showing up at the bottom. Because I didn't think she would want to be associated with this. Also, John is the number one donator to this stream in terms of bits at 6969. So that goal is just him. Because that is a very John thing to do. Yeah, there's a lot in this one. I spent almost 3 hours on it. It is a nightmare. And like the Wario one's good, but it's not this. It's not this. I like that everybody has Wario noses. There's no reason for that. I just like that. Do I watch Twitch in light mode? I do watch stuff in light mode. I like light mode. People freak out on you. It's like my eyes like it more. I never understood why that's a big thing. I've had people like literally all caps at me. Why would you use light mode? I'm like, it's my eyes. What the fuck?
Because my room is not well lit.
Yeah.
And light mode hurts me.
Well, it's like, I mean, so mine isn't either. I just have my color down. Also, poll is open. I have my light down a lot.
Gee is the only comment on Frisky Gee's Time to Shine.
Yep. He named the episode, to be fair.
And it simply says, only during editing did I think of what my actual worst update to a game would be. Hyperlinked out to Pac-Man World remake replaces Miss Pac-Man with Pac-Mom.
Which is another image we made last year. Ask me about my Pac-Mom, I believe is the name of that episode. Yeah, he commented.
Oh, we're close. We're close.
Anyone
else going to vote left?
He commented this week that he regretted picking because I put that name in the chat because I wasn't going to use. Sometimes if I have a lot of names, if I have ones that I'm not going to use, I'll put them in the chat just to let people see them. And he thought that was me selecting the name and picked it while I was away.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's the name, buddy. Enjoy. Okay, there it is. Edit.
It's a fantastic TSI.
It's a lot. And I really had to earn that one. All right, this one is November 12th versus October 10th.
So October 10th is not a that might be an article. What's the other one?
November 12th.
November 12th is Teach the Kangaroo controversy.
Oh yes, this is John declaring. This is us talking about the kangaroo game, and also I think John called it a kangaroo court. Um,
Okay.
October 8th is it? October 8th is definitely an episode.
October 8th is compression sucks and athletic
Okay,
supporters
I,
won't make it okay.
I might have just
I
said
heard
I might
I
have,
heard October 12th.
I might have said it
So
wrong. Yeah, that's fine. It's October 8th. I don't know why we're petting a chicken with compression socks. Also, why the chicken is wearing an athletic supporter. Uh, um, I have
it's just
I have no idea what's happening here. This is only 2 months
all it
ago.
says in the article is it's been a long week at RFN HQ. James is on the edit and the article, and something had to give. Welcome to a low effort podcast article.
Good. This will just remain a mystery to everybody then.
Uh,
I
I
drew.
don't
I
know.
remember drawing the sock. I remember doing that, and I don't know why I did it.
The one on the right makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh no, it should. It's meant to.
And I don't know if that means I should or should not vote for it.
That's fair. Stroking it. Yep. Nope. You got it, GX. Nailed it. I don't know. Remember Mom Maze Madness, you cowards. I don't know what was going on with that one, to be honest, and I'm not gonna try to remember it because it's probably haunted. It's probably a haunted memory.
Also,
Voting is live.
while I'm on this, I literally just booted up, or I just looked at what, because I haven't listened to this last week's RFN yet. Um, I just looked at everyone's Game of the Year list, and John might be the only motherfucker on the planet to have Starfield as an honorable mention.
John's list is John.
Yeah, no,
He's
for
been playing a
sure.
lot of Starfield, so I get it. But
That is a
No,
very John thing to do, in fairness.
I'm just. James, have you seen the user reviews
oh
have
no, I have.
tipped down to mostly negative?
I have, but that's his
I know.
that's his that kind of stank is his personal stank.
Look,
Oh,
Seren,
I
when the
know.
astronauts went to the moon, they weren't bored.
The one on the left becomes the opposite of crime. It's justice. There you go. Left wins because people aren't comfortable with a chicken being stroked by a sock, and I'm right there with you, and I'm responsible for that. Uh,
Uh,
I'm also not comfortable with it, and I made it, so that really says something. All right, we are in the last bracket of the first round. April 30th versus April 9th.
April 30th is Racer X Goomba Tower,
There it is.
and April 9th is logically it makes sense. Guillaume knows the email address.
Oh, this is probably me asking for the email address and Guillaume also not having it.
I love Racer X Goomba Tower. Oh no, the other one's good too.
Guillaume. So I believe there was a argument about Guillaume messing up the email, and then him. I'm saying something along the lines of "We say it all the time," and him saying, "Yeah, but it's basically just turned into symbols."
Yes, literally the subhead is dot dot dot. But what if it's just symbols to him now?
Yeah. Like he's just lost it. This is also before I started putting the heads on other bodies, so Guillaume's still not wearing his shirt. But this is the second person to be assigned headphones. The headphones thing just moves along as we go. Yeah, Racer X Goomba Tower is good. I like that one a lot. It's just we need a Goomba. Like I hate the Goomba Tower as the thing in like Dr. Mario, but in the next Mario Kart, that's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, Racer X Goomba Tower, I think, is my choice because that's strong.
All right, voting is live. I just like that he's translating it to just Greek characters. Also, that's his room. I don't know why that's his room. I didn't edit it from the looks of things. It looks like that's just what I found in WikiHow.
The room tells its own story.
It does. The cow in the Racer X Goomba Tower is probably my favorite part because it's just there happily ignoring everything happening. Speed Racer Tower's brother. Could be. Could be. Also, I do recall drawing the Racer X mask on a Goomba being ridiculously difficult from a perspective standpoint.
God, the more I look at it, the better it is, honestly.
There's a lot happening. There's a on the right. There's a certain amount of my brain is broken. On the left, it's just he put a lot of time into this.
The Racer X mask is like the detail that brings it all together perfectly for me.
Oh yeah, to me that was the thing. All right, so that was April 30th has dominated. I don't know that I put enough thought into what stage that was. I just threw Mario shit on a WikiHow image of go-karting. This is June 10 versus July 30.
June 10 is Chief Marketing Officer John Lindemann. July 30 is Olimar is caked up.
Oh, I know what that one is before once you said Olimar is, I'm like, I know what that one is.
I saw that one when I was scrolling through titles and started to get worried.
Wait, June 10? Hold on.
June. So the
June 10 should be a Punch-Out Warriors one, I think.
I was just assuming that was the June 11th podcast.
Oh no, that one is that one's later.
Right.
This is June 10.
Okay.
Also, it's enormous. Oh geez,
Yeah.
What have I done?
Punch-Out Warriors.
This image is enormous. This is again. Let me move it. OBS really doesn't like you opening images that are higher resolution than your entire frame.
No, it really hates it
by a factor of like 10. For whatever reason, this is an incredibly high resolution image.
Yeah, sometimes OBS just isn't very helpful.
It's like, I don't know why I made this image so high res. I think because the models I found were super high res, and I'm just like, well, I'll scale it down later. And then I just didn't.
GX, if you're tracking the word warriors, you're at 7.
There you go. Well, we're running out of those.
Because there was Punch-Out Warriors here, Warriors, which is 5, and then there was like a Horus Warrior, there's like a Mario Kart Warriors.
There was a 1-2 Warriors as well.
Okay, then that's 8.
Yeah, this is the long wished for RFN dream of a Punch-Out game where you play as DK, and you just one-shot everybody. It's just the entire game is just one-shotting. But in the Warriors format, which I think would actually be really fun. I don't remember what the punchline of every one of these Warriors articles had a punchline at the end. I don't remember what this one's was. And then the other one was I think we were just talking about Olimar and using the purple Pikmin to work out. He's just doing squats. He's got good squat form. And the purple Pikmin do weigh a lot. We've been told this canonically. Punch line. Exactly. See, you're here. You get it.
Here is the end of the article. Another way the criticism of the stereotypes could target Punch-Out would be a direct critique of our American white guy beating up foreigners all over the world. In the post-Rocky boom, nobody would have cared. Today, that's going to be a harder sell. But here's where Warriors would be immune. You could fight anyone as anyone. This critique is isolated to the more traditional format, allowing Warriors to reframe the game away from this particular concern.
Yes, that was my definitely don't worry about all the racism. It's fine. Also, voting is live. This is like magic hand waving. What if everyone can beat up everyone else?
What if it's not racist to play as a racist character?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
This motherfucker's name is Arian.
It's Aaron. It's Aaron.
Aaron Ryan.
It's fine.
Aaron Ryan.
It's fine. Those are both Irish names. He's a very Irish man.
Clearly, the answer is just to be more openly racist.
No, lean into it. Yeah, lean into the skid. How do you stop a car that's hydroplaning?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hard veto that one.
Right wins, although left. I think left is weirdly well composed. Because I want to say I had like basically Nintendo released for the Wii game art assets for the Punch Out characters that were actually better than the game's resolution. So I had
Holy shit.
these weird like 2,000 pixel tall images of Little Mac.
Yeah, because it was for print media.
Yeah, but normally they had like a press kit. It's like, here's the print media press kit, and then there's like, no, this was it. This was the image we put out. It's like, oh fuck, it's so big. It's like a 12 megabyte image of Little Mac. Up next is November 26th versus March 18.
November 26th is My Name is Samus Warren.
Oh god, I know
And
this one. Yeah.
March 18 is North Korea is directly responsible for the worst email I've ever read.
Oh god damn it, that's a good one too. Oh fuck. All right, let me go dig that one out. That's a good one. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have this is our attempt to save Metroid Prime 4. I believe the author of that email is in the chat. And it turned into making Samus. So at one point we talked about it being the 4 games that they attempted to make and just stick demos of all of them on a disc and call it the 4 Metroid Prime 4s. It's like, see, it's artistic. That way they don't have to finish it. They can just release the fucking thing. I think it ended with me suggesting we just turn it into a kart racer. And Samus is the kart. So she's not riding the cart. She is the cart, but also she's Wario. I don't remember. We had ideas. And then the other one is
A rising trend we see with millennials are the really extreme forms of
Yes!
experiential exercise, like Tough Mudder,
Yeah.
a sort of filthy triathlon, the color
Oh,
run,
is
and
this the
even
one about the
things like
Snapchat circle?
Yes.
power yoga, veganism, etc. Millennials will also often post NBD on their social media after doing it, as in no big deal, also known as the humble brag.
God.
Wondering if Spidey could get into that in some way. He's super athletic, bendy, strong, intense, ... And it's all NBD to him, of course.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's the worst email I've ever seen.
EDM is the defining music for millennials.
So there's
Wondering if there's an EDM angle somewhere with Spidey.
there's a lot in the image that comes from that email. One, he's been tough mudding. 2, there is an EDM scene with the lights and laser shows. 3, I've made the military person there have an enormous hat because it is North Korea. It's just all of it. It's there. We have tough mudding Mario or tough mudding Spider-Man. I think we got on this topic because of that hack of Nintendo's stuff, and we were talking about like, this is a hack, not a leak. There is a difference. We should talk about them the same way. And we compared it to the North Korea situation, and I was like,
but then you have Instagram and not Snapchat.
Yeah, because I think I was doing that from memory. I didn't have the email in front of me.
Gotcha. Snapchat I have this on my desktop and have since the day it came out. I took a screenshot of it.
Oh god.
If that doesn't say everything about me.
It's such a bad email. Like, every sentence is worse than the next. And it's so bad that this is how Spider-Man ended up in the Marvel movies, because Disney saw the email and they're like, Jesus Christ, they have no idea what to do.
Yes,
That's the kind of thing where it's like that email, it cures my imposter syndrome.
That's right.
Yes, I just sent you both on Discord that email so you can have it in front of you.
Imagine an email so
I'll
bad.
save it to my desktop forever.
Thank you.
An email's so bad, your part-time competitor, part-time business partner sees it and says, holy shit, we have to rescue them from themselves. We can negotiate down on these guys so hard. They have no idea. I like the Metroid one, but it really goes with the idea of, I don't know what Metroid Prime 4 is, and neither does Nintendo anymore.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they know exactly what that game is.
For now.
Just because they have not put out a trailer does not mean they do not
They
know
put
what
out
is
a
happening
trailer.
in their own studio.
They put out a
No, they
trailer.
did not. They put out a teaser.
No, it's a trailer. It's got
It is. It is not called. It. Go look at how
poll.
it's messaged
Poll
on their
is
YouTube.
live. There's a number
They
in
do
it.
not ever call it a trailer.
They can call it whatever they want.
They did release it.
That doesn't make it
It's
true.
very funny. It's still very funny. You could have hand animated that thing in the amount of time it's taken them. Nintendo knows more about their unannounced games than Sega knows about games they're actively advertising.
Very true.
Nintendo might know more about Sega's games than Sega does, which is probably worrisome. Hey, they're making a Streets of Rage. Oh, like Streets of Rage 4? No. Why? Why? What are they doing? They're making a Golden Axe too. Jesus Christ.
Well, not all of those are being developed internally.
I assumed as such, but still, like Golden Axe. Why?
Yes.
Who?
Because they hate themselves.
Right wins. All right, let me go. We are almost done with the first round.
Almost.
Let's see. I think we got 3 more sets left. All right. October 1st, February 26th.
Mount your friends and eat your consoles.
Oh god damn it.
Listen to us talking about the latest releases and classic games just like every week.
Yeah, that one's
I feel like a lot of these TSIs are also sowing versus reaping.
Yeah, no, there is a certain amount of that.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Who is the person that is being stood on in this?
Hold on. I'm still trying to pull up the other image. Oh, this is I like this one a lot. It's a goat. It's a goat. What are you talking about? It's a goat. There's a goat being
There's a
stood.
lots one back here.
There's a goat being stood on. Yeah, but do you want to?
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I don't know who's being stood on, but they're holding what is the name of that Japanese home console PC?
NEC?
Yeah, I believe they're holding the NEC home computer. I think it was just a random person I had. I don't think it was meant to be anybody in particular. But they've got a Who card in their mouth, which I think is very funny.
Yes.
This is a very dumb image. I'm just gonna say it is extremely stupid. The other one is the one that I had AI generate, where I told AI to generate four people or 4 men hosting a podcast. And
did it make generic white bald guy on its own?
I think I may have like given it additional prompts. I think I may have worked through it. But I told it explicitly in the WikiHow art style, which is why it put the WikiHow logo at the bottom, but it's fucked up. And also, like, the faces are all fucked up in unique and weird ways. I think I spent a long time just, like, tweaking the prompt on this one. But I actually really like it because it's stupid. It looks so bad. And, like, this, because I did this one back in February, if I asked for it now, it would probably look better. But in so doing, it would be worse.
You didn't even have emails in this episode.
Trusting AI to get better is a bold statement.
It would be more accurate to the art style versus like the weird fucked up faces on this one. They've gotten more clarity on what a face should look like versus I really like the face all the way at the left because they just look really mad. And there's no explanation for it. It's just it challenges you why they look so mad.
It looks like MatPat.
Fuck. You're right, it does. You're right, it does.
I think I need to vote for MatPat.
Oh, you know what? I made the head bald. I did that. It wasn't originally bald. I could see where I made the changes. I actually drew the head to be bald. That's the only change I made to this one. I love how fucked up the WikiHow logo is. I absolutely adore it. It's just completely fucked up. The fact that the person in the middle, or the 2 people in the middle, are both wearing half of each other's shirt is also very good. Like they tore half their shirt off and traded it. I don't know what's happening on that. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Y'all. Speaking of AI, y'all see that? I believe it was yesterday. ID at Xbox fucking posted an AI generated "We love indie games"
Oh
image,
hell yeah!
There we go. Perfect.
and they had so much backlash. They deleted it, but have not commented on any of it still.
Yeah, this
Uh,
is one of those ones which maybe we should just hide for a while and not say anything.
yeah, I mean, this
Voting is
is like
live.
within the last month, we've also had AI generated image for Amazon's Fallout TV show, AI generated art promoting Pokemon Go events, and AI Assassin's Creed art.
I'm just looking at GX's ever growing list of counts. AI Guillaume 2.
Yes, it's not incorrect.
AI John 1. Wario noses 4. Again, voting is live. I think this one is a walk away. Like I actually like the work I did, but
But Matt Pat
it
though.
it's there's a lot. The one I did with the Mount Your Friends one is alarming and disturbing, and oh my god, it won. I thought for sure
People don't like AI art.
I guess, but like it's not. This is sort of the taking the piss version of that.
People still don't like it.
All right.
I exclusively voted for Matt Pat.
All right. June 11 and September 17.
June 11 is Chief Marketing Officer
There it is.
John Lindemann, and September 17?
Hold on. Yeah, September 17.
Mario spreading.
Oh god damn it, that one. I have a story about that one in a minute. Let me get it up. I had to draw Mario's legs to be like that, which is
Oh, while you're doing that, speaking of major companies saving money by making AI dog shit, James, have you seen the opening animation for the TV show Marvel Studios Secret Invasion?
yeah, I have. But I didn't pay it much attention.
It's so fucking bad.
Don't worry, it's bad on purpose.
That was their defense. We wanted it to be bad.
So I like the one on the left of John having a posse. I really do. I like that I gave him like a nice hard like goes hard type font for business. I like that his crew looks like they're about to drop a real fire album about how to market your new product.
It's a very powerful image.
Oh yeah,
I think
he's projecting real hard, and the fact that his head is slightly down tilted, really like he's looking down at you. He's up here. He's the CMO. The Mario spreading one is insane. So I had to basically, I found the image of Mario, and I want to say I redrew his legs to be spread apart. That is actually a WikiHow image of Mario.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's why it's off model. That and I fucked with it.
This is the direct one,
Which direct?
the September direct.
Oh, okay, gotcha. This is there's the Mario one I like, but so the fun thing on that one is we've been getting a lot of like, hey, I heard your podcast and I think you'd be great on service here. And they explicitly sent us one, hey, I heard your episode Mario spreading, and I'm like,
No, you didn't.
I'm like, did you? Because that's fucked up. If you heard that, voting is live. I'd love to talk to you about some opportunities for growth, and I'm like, you shouldn't want to see this grow.
opportunities for growth in Mario spreading.
That's right. It's just like the fact the email just said, "Hi, James. We saw you. Yeah, it's how to draw Mario characters. We saw your article or your episode Mario spreading, and I thought it was great." And I'm like, "Did you?" Because that episode's fucked up in a bunch of unique ways. Yeah, this how to draw Mario characters one I think has actually been used a couple times in different art over the years.
For some reason, it has Paper Princess Peach.
It sure does. Uh oh. What? Yeah, that Daisy is way the fuck off model. It's so bad. Why does she have a beak? You're not wrong. She does. Uh, powerful John in an absolute walk away. Like absolutely blew the doors off, as he should. He's got business and he's got marketing. We were probably
What's the last pair?
there's two more pairs. Sorry.
Oh.
July 16 and November 19.
Waluigi will not be normalized.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Difficulty hot dog.
I just finished making a clip out of the story of that marketing email.
Difficulty hot dog. I'd love to tell you why I wrote that title down, but I don't remember. So a fine difficulty hot dog to you as well.
Yes. After listening to the episode, I understand why, but I'm actually happier that it's not there. Also, this one has a completely fucked up image. This one is completely fucked up, and I'm very curious to see what GX is going to do with the count. Very curious. There we go.
Oh my god.
Um,
Well then, hello there, difficulty hot dog. That's two Wario noses right there.
oh, that's right. There's Wario noses in the background because I reused that TSI. Oh, there's so much here. This is so fucked up. There's like 11 paint.net effects going on the jacket because I felt like John the magician should have John the artist. He's supposed to be an artist. Should have a fancy coat, which I think that might have come from the actual episode itself. Like there's this weird tirade we go on at the beginning. I think Greg actually is the one who launches it about John as an artist. It's just like, well, there it is. He's got it.
Also, I love
One killer Kong.
NWR metadata quirk. I love that anytime you talk about any game on NSO, the article gets tagged as covering mobile games.
I know because technically speaking, the Nintendo Switch Online is talking about the stupid app, and we don't have one for the various services. So I just tag it with the app every time. I've just hijacked the app at this point.
Oh my god.
Why don't you create
just make a new
Nintendo
one?
64 18 plus?
Because then I'd have to go back and retag all the articles, and fuck that. I'm just gonna keep hijacking it.
Oh, only the ones for Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye.
Okay, well that's fair.
Those are the only 18 plus games
So
on the 18 plus app for adults only.
there's a lot happening on the right image. I mean, and
It sure is.
the audio clip for it's phenomenal. In fact, I might just go find it just so I can play it because it's something else. It's something else.
I'm gonna go fill my water. If I'm not back in time for voting, I obviously vote for the one on the right.
All right.
This is a tough decision for me. I like them both a lot.
Yeah, the one on the right or on the left though has some extra fire to it because all of the things I've done to the wanted poster where it's just not wanted, no reward.
No reward.
All right, let's see if this plays. Hold on, I'm gonna try to play it. This is dangerous. Oh, hold on. I need to restart it. I believe this clip is actually related to the content in question. I just now realized what you're doing. Okay. Continue.
No, but like seriously, like it's just like, what the fuck is happening here? Right? Like, how does this get allowed? And I just like I knew, like I'm not completely stupid. I know that there's a lot of disinformation on the internet about
Oh, this is
a
something
lot of
else.
serious stuff.
That's a different part of the episode. So Guillaume will sometimes pick the clips before I have an episode, so they're not always related. But yeah, the intro is this long tirade about John as an artist, and that's how we ended up with John in the art. I this is a walk, but boy, we're doing dirty to one of these. All right, let me start the poll.
I honestly like them both a lot. It's not an easy choice for me.
Yeah, this is not ideal. I love that this one in particular added a whole bunch of things to GX's list. Voting is live. Killer Kong. This is definitely a composite of the episode, though, because I think I went on a tirade about various Kong games and their bad box art, which is why Killer Kong is on there. But also, I want to say he's hijacking the art museum in particular. Like he's not in it. He's taking it over.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here. The fucking jackets, though, are just so bad. They're so awful. Killer Kong made me retroactively go back and include Uncle Kong, which sounds like an RFN episode title. Like that sounds like something we would have named an RFN episode.
That can be the next episode title.
It's got to come up though. Like, I can't just do it. It's got to have purpose.
Just like release the audio for this stream.
There we go. Oh, I'm recording it. It's there.
Yeah, so it can be a whole episode. Never mind that it's missing like the crucial visual component.
That's true. It's fine.
Someone will listen to it and say thank you for doing this.
We recorded an episode of us playing Smash and released that once as audio. It was very weird. Okay, yeah. So that is John. Closer than I expected. 2-3. And I voted for the one on the right because of Seren's absence, and that was the one that Seren wanted to vote for. So I dropped it on there. All right, last set. There are some we haven't seen yet because some got auto buys due to the count. May 14 and September 24.
Let's see here. I don't have the tab open anymore.
Oh, this
is May 14. Unprecedented maelstrom of technical hardships.
Yep.
And with what was the other one?
September 24.
September 24.
Oh, Jesus.
Hal is playing hardball.
Oh, God, it's this one. Fuck.
Hello, I'm here. What the fuck?
Yeah, there it is. So the unprecedented maelstrom of technical difficulties, I believe, was part of our Wind Waker retroactive, but also everything fucking went wrong. So, like, somebody lost Wi-Fi for a while. My computer had died, so I was recording on a personal recording device. Skype refused to I want to say it was Greg, let him join the call for a while. It just kept telling him he wasn't allowed. I want to say that episode took us like 4 hours to record. Just constant debauchery.
They all take you 4 hours to record, at least when I'm there.
Well,
I haven't used Skype in some 8 years, and there's a very good reason
we joke about
it
every week. We're like, we should just stop using it. And it's like, yeah, we should. And then we record the episode. On the right, that is not John. That is absolutely not John. That is.
I just have a quick question. Does Skype have any even tiny functionality that like something else is missing and only Skype has, or is it literally just inertia?
It is 100% inertia. So we did Discord once, and for whatever reason, it was absolutely making Guillaume insane. Like his audio was getting super delayed, and so we're like, well, we'll try it again later, and then we just never did. And that was like 4 years ago.
Love that.
Yeah, it's perfect. There's definitely wasn't an episode where I tried to do the clap last week, and it was clap, 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 clap. It's like, oh God,
no,
we're fucked. That's terrible. It isn't WikiJohn. That's true. No, this is oh God, I'm blanking on his name now. Ivan the Terrible.
How could you ever forget even for a second?
Well, because his name's not on the game. It's not as bad as C4. C4 is more memorable. So yeah, this is Hal playing hardball. They brought in a new negotiator, and he's got plans. Also, this is the return of last year's Kirby covered person who was having a panic attack, which was a very disturbing image from last year. But I felt like it was now he Kirby's fully mouthful moded this person, and they're good with it now. You know, it took a year, but I'm achieving more business opportunities than I ever have before, and voting is open. Devil's John. Fuck. Horace has been out missing for a while. Wikigi might get a one up on Show Pony by the end of it.
I'm a simple woman. I see Devil's Third.
The left one is good, but Devil's John and the horrifying ideal of mouthful mode.
Mouthful mode
It's a
businessman.
good combination.
As the person who personally brought the Devil's Third John Lindemann connection to the forefront of people's psyche.
I just like the idea of Ivan having gotten out of prison after doing whatever the fuck Devil's Third's plot asked him to do, and just going into being a hardcore like deal making for companies. Like, I'm a negotiator for hire.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you telling me you forget the plot of Devil's Third?
Oh, well, first off, I was drunk by the end of that stream.
Oh, so what you're saying is
Nope.
Rerun.
No.
so what? No, not a rerun. No,
Redo.
no. Yeah, run it back.
I'm not allowed to watch Devil's Third anymore. I'm sorry. We might have skipped one. I'm gonna put them up real quick, and you guys tell me if we did it, and I just didn't mark the winner. Let's see. August 6th. This format's really hard to read.
The ending of that game is Ivan has his freedom and goes and spends it with C4.
I thought she died.
Nope.
Okay. Sure.
No, he thought her dead,
Oh, that's right. So stupid.
but she survived a gunshot. And she showed back up an hour and a half later in the game and was like, "I'm still here."
I definitely missed these. This
You
is
didn't.
this is episode since Show Pony. Reset the episode since Show Pony clock. And
Also,
because we went like one episode without mentioning Show Pony, and then he came back. And this is my F-Zero proposal, which was the counterpart to my Mario Kart proposal, which was how to create a tax write-off in game form. This game will sell 0 copies.
rounded, yes.
I believe the advice was, do you need to remodel the kitchen at the development studio? What about new computers for the whole team? Art assets to use in a real game? We'll just put all those costs on F-Zero Bounty Racer. You can write this thing off for all kinds of tax credit. Warriors hate. And Horace is here as well in a very small form. Reset the clock on the Horace count. There literally was a stretch where we got to one episode of no Horace mentions, and it was like something worth celebrating. And then immediately, but like as soon as you mentioned it, you've brought him back.
Can I tell you my favorite Devil's Third thing?
Voting is open. Yes, but go ahead.
Before we move on. So, it's been enough years at this point that there's probably a lot of people that don't remember all the drama that involved with that game coming over and that game being like, bad. And then Inagaki had a fucking bitch fit about how, pardon my language, about how Nintendo royally screwed him, so he was going to release the online component for PC, as Devil's Third Online with Nexon.
Yes, he did.
And uh, did you know that the PC version for Nexon lasted literally less time than the online for the North American release on Wii U?
Yeah, I
Love
can
that.
believe that. Oh, we got a tie. Holy shit.
The North American release shut down within a year. The PC release shut down within 9 months.
God damn. All right, I didn't vote, so I'm going to let myself vote in this case because I've not been voting unless there's a tie. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to Reset the Show Pony Clock.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Yeah, I agree.
3. Okay, good enough. Whatever. All right. That was 820. That was 806, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, I had missed that one. Let me go through now and make sure I didn't miss any others. The stupid thing when I scroll, it lets me scroll weird. All right. So. All right. Cool. So, we are now entering into. Actually, we already did one match of round 2 for some reason. I just did it. So let's go ahead and start on round 2 for real this time. This is December 3rd versus December 23rd.
I think I'm running out of stamina, so I might run to the store and then be chat only from here on.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'm probably gonna head out in a few minutes, but the last thing I'm gonna say is why the fuck did the person who voiced the Tarzan yell in the Disney movie Tarzan also work on the soundtrack for Devil's Third?
What the fuck?
Sure. No, great, perfect.
I'm just gonna drop this in the NWR Discord.
I think that needs to be another clip.
Why the fuck?
Poll is live for round 2 here, which is the bumper stickers versus the DK haberdashery and baby hands. Never worn.
Baby hands never worn.
Never. Yep. Basically.
Great.
I'm gonna try to rock through round 2 because unless it's in one we haven't seen before, there are like 4 of those. Devil's
That's
Third.
true. This should be a lot shorter now that we've seen every one of these.
Devil's Third expansion for Dave the Diver. Dear God. This is pretty one-sided on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and start filling out the bracket so I don't have to mess with it in a minute.
Hey, you want to read this thing I just sent you?
Me?
Yeah, you. Sorry.
Go for it. I'll
It
get the next one
features
out.
online. It features online play and a means of reshaping the battlefield via a sort of level editor. It features 3 types of progression currency: clan funds, Dahlin, and golden eggs. Among choosing sides in game modes, there's a third side known as the free entry option, which is said to be the option that would appeal to the lone wolf type of player. It isn't clear as to what this actually does, but it is implied that free entry players fight as a third force that does not contribute to either team.
This game came out 8 years ago. It isn't clear as to what this actually does. It's on the Wikipedia page.
It's truly a mystery to everyone. All right. We have our next round 2 up. This is the Alex Jones shelf stable horses versus looking at the contours of fun. I'm going to just get the vote live right now. Voting is live. I don't know how I feel about this one. I legitimately don't know how I feel about this one. I won't be at. Yeah, you don't need to add them for the repeat images.
Yeah, I think I'm switching to being in the chat. I'm out of stamina,
Okay,
so I'll be in the chat.
That's cool.
See it.
See it. All right, so I might be here by myself now, but that's okay. That's okay. I can just power through.
I'm still here for a couple minutes.
Okay. If you can hold out through round 2, because we're moving through it pretty quick, that would be really appreciated. We'll see.
I will do my best.
Round 2 is long. This is still long.
I mean, are you able to skip to the ones that are new?
No, because I don't know what they are anymore.
Ah, shit.
Actually, I can actually do that. But let me go ahead and mark the win on this one. I just have to look at the bracket and figure out which one was. I have also noticed that there is a apparent bias in voting left. There's been a lot of left winners. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to one that's new. I just gotta remember to come back. This is June 4, I believe. Yeah, June 4 versus 12:30, which y'all haven't even seen yet. Well, y'all have seen it now.
June 4 is Chiffon does bring out the crazies.
Oh, good. Guess who's in this one? Guess who's in this one?
Hell yeah.
Horace. This is I just listed chiffon as a type of cake, and John lost his mind that I would dare to use such a fancy cake type. And then this is also with the power of Sewer Shark and Seventh Guest, they shall be unstoppable. I like the one on the left. Horace has stolen Kirby's cake. He's about to eat it with a Joy-Con that is also a fork, because we've already done that as that's an actual fucking game in 1-2 Switch canon, which I can't believe that's real. I like that one a lot. It's simple, but I like it. And voting is go. Ridiculous motherfuckers. Yeah, Kirby's. I don't know that I want to think about what's going to happen if Kirby swallows Horace. Really don't want to. That seems alarming in a lot of ways. Horse head with feet. Yeah, that's kind of probably what it is. Maybe his Kirby hands also have like white glove over them, but with no fingers, so it's just like a white dome of cloth over his little nubbins. I'm looking at the votes to see how they're going. Oh boy. Oh, we got it. Well, hold on. Voting's not closed yet.
It's tie.
All right.
It's a tie.
Did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to it's Chiffon over here.
Hell yeah.
I think they're both good. I just like that one more. All right, let me go find other ones that were jumped. Okay, this one also was had a buy. So this is January 8th.
Oh boy. Walking on Sunshine, comma, dourly.
This is a fucking weird ass one. Jesus Christ, that's a weird one. And 903, which we've already seen. Oh yeah, this is John's refusal to take the Horus pills.
Yes.
There we go. I don't have any context for walking on sunshine dourly, but I think that phrase is very funny.
The subhead is super jackpot, baby.
This doesn't help me at all. I have no idea what we were talking about.
What the fuck? Apparently, this week James kicks off 2023 by steadfastly refusing to talk about the visual novel he played over the holidays.
Yes.
RFN's holiday tradition continues into its third year. Will he tell you what the title was? No. Just pretend he said he played 13 Sentinels again and told you it was kick-ass. You should be playing that anyway.
That's me refusing. No, I'm not going to tell you what anime garbage I played. You can't make me.
I don't know. I'm your friend on Switch.
I mean, there's a lot of people who know, but you can't make me talk about it.
Fair.
All right, voting is live. Like I've always said, though, that garbage is for me to turn my brain off.
Uh,
There's anime garbage that's like I can talk about this because it's garbage, and there's anime garbage I can't talk about this because it's garbage. And
the
understanding what type of garbage you're dealing with is very time consuming.
play Trails before
I know.
you come back from the holidays.
Well, that's the thing. Like during the holidays, I don't want to play anything that's like I gotta actually like put effort into this.
Oh, you don't have to put that much effort into Trails.
I have to put I don't want to put any effort into anything. This holiday, I built a bunch of crap and I did a bunch of electrical work. I didn't want to do a goddamn thing. All right,
mean,
we're gonna walk.
fair.
We're gonna walk on some sunshine, which I'm okay with, even though I have no idea what the fuck this image is about. All right, and then the only other new one, I believe. No, we've got two more new ones. Wait, we did that one. Okay, yeah, 11.5.
11.5 is aggressive warming.
Oh yeah, this one. Guillaume hated this one.
I can't imagine why.
And it's going against 7.2.
7.2, aka single-use ultra hand.
Yeah, this one. Oh, that one. Jesus, these are both alarming in their own way.
I'm gonna go for the one that has no connection to Doug Tenable.
But I'm feeding him worm food.
Does not matter.
Let's see. I don't remember what aggressive worming came from.
It's a work in progress below the surface.
Nice. Great.
Dave the Diver.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. All right. I wish I could fire the poll from OBS that with a real interface instead of
Yeah.
Twitch's interface, which is not a real interface. It is an attempt at an interface. But the voting is live. Do you want to feed a worm? Which also there's a person doing the worm because fuck it, who cares? Or have a single-use ultra hand for your intimate time with Horace Show Pony. None of these are good. All of this is bad. But you decide which bad continues to live another day. And I think we've got one more unseen previous. Yeah. I'm just going to go sneak a peek at the voting. This is... Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and...
Yeah, you're safe.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that aggressive worming is aggressively defeated. And then our last one that we have yet to see is February 5th.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Soft locked in the tea house.
Oh, this one!
All caps. Did you know I like to drink tea? I love tea. When are you planning to go to sleep, by the way? No reason.
Yeah. this fucking game. And then this is the return of Racer X. This one. So yeah, this is if you're not clear of what this is a reference to Fire Emblem. His name is escaping me all of a sudden.
Engage.
Yes, where everyone has the most insipid bullshit to say to you all the time. Even by Fire Emblem standards, it's insipid. It's like
You're not wrong.
the writing is so bad. So I have our hero literally trying to kick the door open so they can get away. I don't want to hear any more of your bullshit. Leave me alone.
Suggestion from the chat to just only play with the good party members.
Who's those? Voting is open.
It's a great question, but when they reviewed for NWR, it had this very incredibly apt quote that was, well, at least in the support I saw, there wasn't any problematic bullshit. And then turns out, yes, it was basically every single one that they didn't do was problematic.
There were, I think there were like 3 or 4 characters that I was like, okay, I don't hate this person. They're fine. And in most cases, they were just fucking terrible for how I played the game. It's like, game, please. Let me have one character I like, but also fits my play style. Just one.
But it's modern Fire Emblem, so anyone can be anyone.
It's.
Anyone can have any purpose.
I feel like it's a little bit more locked down in this one than some of the more recent ones. Not, I mean, you can get them there if you want, but
Yeah.
they don't. They're not as easy to push to the place.
No, it's no Fates, which is basically just FF7's materia system.
Right.
Of fuck it, you want you want Aerith the tank, you got Aerith the tank. You want Aerith the healer, you got Aerith the healer. You want Aerith the the attacker, you got Aerith the attacker.
Yeah, like they are trying to make these characters into something, and you can fight against that, but that might mean you have to play the game more. All right, we have now seen everything, so I can't fucking believe you monsters advanced 927. I'm going to kill it.
Everyone vote for left.
I mean, I'll just kill it. I'll just
No, it needs to win.
I'll just executive decision this shit.
No, it needs to win.
Because it's up against the Fitness Power Boys, which is the gift that kept on giving this year.
The more you resist, the more the chat will fight for it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because the boys have really set the stage.
Rest in peace to the fitness boys. Set the vote up.
I'm doing it. I'm working on it. All right, vote is live.
Mm-mm.
The vote's fine. It's not one of the choices.
All right, we have 2 votes for left. 1 vote for right and 1 vote for right. All right, now the left, right, and now it's a 3-way tie.
I haven't voted yet, so I get to break the tie.
Come on, we need someone else on left.
The strongest statement someone can make is not to vote. Oh, it's a tie. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Quest for Camelot. Get that fucking shit out of here. Oh, thank God. Piece of shit. Fucking ass game. I hate that game so much. I hate that game so. I went back to it again, by the way.
Why?
Because I wanted.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Because I was reading the guide on the next section, and the guide basically said, like, you won't believe what they want you to do. And I'm like, what? What the fuck kind of start is that? And I went and did it, and I was like, holy shit, they're right. I don't believe what they want me to do. That's terrible. Why would you do that to me?
Speaking of jank-ass Game Boy games, have you played that remake of Zelda's Adventure for the Game Boy?
Not yet.
It is that game so faithful.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
They did not change a damn thing about that game other than the platform you can play it on and the frame rate. The frame rate's better.
Jesus. We have the poke a hole versus the resetting the pony clock. RFN is not a democracy, but I've never actually done it. I've never actually gone no, I'm just declaring what our, retroactive is. I keep threatening to do it, but I haven't done it yet because I got the only retroactive I ever truly wanted. I got. Voting is live, by the way.
Jace, did you play the CDI version of Zelda's Adventure?
I have poked at it, but I've never actually played it like in any amount of time.
Yeah, that I feel like that could, especially because it only came out in Europe. That's the one that people don't know.
Seventh Guest was not the one I always wanted. No.
No.
Uh,
Uh,
so I don't know the context. It must have been a PAX. Like there was a CDI present that
Yeah.
actually worked, which are two.
oh yeah.
Having a CDI and having a CDI that works are very different things.
I the only CDI that I ever saw at a convention just had a giant binder of pirated games next to it.
Well, as is customary.
That's his customary, yes. But no, that
We're reset the clock advances over the Mimikyu hole.
let me just say, Zelda's Adventure is the best of those three CDI Zelda games. It is.
I mean, low bar.
It is quite abysmal, though. It's at least top down, and it's trying to be
It's trying to be Zelda.
Link's. It's trying to be Link's Awakening.
Yeah, like they are at least cognizant of what people like about Zelda games. Okay. Oh, this is goddamn it.
No, GX. You're thinking about the spiritual sequel to the other two, like the side-scrolling Zelda CDI games. Zelda's Adventure is top down.
Please clap for RFN versus. Hey, do you want to make $1 billion? Here's a deceptive game you could release with limited effort. We are most of the way through the second round.
Great.
Voting is live. I have an opinion on this one, but I'll sit on it. I'm fine with either of them advancing. Like this isn't one of the ones where it's like, oh god, one of these needs to die.
Yeah.
I've never I've only touched a CDI in very limited contexts. Like even compared to I've played a lot of fucking jank weird ass systems over the years, but CDI I haven't had a lot of opportunity because they had a tendency to fucking die.
Oh yeah. Was the 1 hour? Would you say that the 1 hour long stream of Dark Castle for the CDI was more CDI time than you've ever had?
Probably, yeah.
See, that was on an emulator because CDI emulation has gotten pretty good.
Right. The another example is like the Jaguar's fine. It's a cartridge-based console. I mean, where's that? Jaguar's not fine. So please clap wins. But Jaguar's fine insofar as like they live. They don't die.
Yes.
But they are a shelf stable console.
The CDI has the cheapest. Well, many models of the CDI have, because it's a spec, not a device.
Right.
Have the shittiest fucking laser in them.
Right. I think the Gold Star ones are the ones that are like, don't buy this one. This one sucks.
They were all fucking like $800 at the time. And they were not built to last more than 4 years.
Right. But the Jag CD is
Oh god, yeah.
is like one of the least reliable pieces of hardware that's ever been made. Is it the 6.9? 6.9, yes. This is 0609 versus another fucking Warriors nightmare. Versus 0112. Wait, 112? Oh, 22. Sorry. There you go. This is a slaughter. This is a slaughter.
Oh, it sure the fuck is.
This is over now. Like, do I even need to have? Do I even need to
No.
have the poll? Is
No.
anyone gonna vote for the Warriors one? Say it in the chat.
It's fucking Kirby Buffett.
Don't even waste the time on the poll. Me out of spite. All right, well that's fair.
Yeah.
Stonks only go up. Fair. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and say Kirby in an acclamation in this case. All right. That was this one. The funny thing is, I put the score for the previous round on this one by accident, and in the end, I could have just left it. All right. This is August 27 versus May 1 or April 1. 4-1. 0827. Fuck, it's this one. There are some where they pop up and I go,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Fuck yeah, Jay Sutherland.
All right, this is actually not a bad mix here, because
No, that's a competitive matchup.
yeah, because it's like one of them is the example of low effort strong joke, and the other one is high effort soft joke. It's like the joke here is a reference to a podcast that most of our audience never got to hear because it was behind the paywall, but
No, you put it out.
I did, yeah. In the end, we put it out, but the other one is just James Sutherland texting people sexual emojis. Voting is open. One of these took a long time. One of these took 30 seconds. I do like Keeley as I can't remember what the name of that pirate is. Guy on the left looks a little too much like the professor got me to drop my comp sci major. The hat really does Sutherland justice here. Rip E3 for real this time. I wonder how much of that was mismanagement and how much of that was active sabotage by outside parties.
Who's to say? Who on this call could say?
Yeah, well, that's true.
Surely no one worked at a company that was for a time in charge of helping run E3.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's wild that maybe someone might be able to tell this story one day. Also, there could be. Is it possible that somebody on this image might have, or on this screen right now, might have had a vested interest in that outcome? Who could say?
I would go so far as to say definitively, and it is who's anyone's guess as to who.
It's like, boy, somebody's sure coming out ahead by this, aren't they?
Yeah, someone's personal brand has increased significantly.
Oh, it's the return of the Frisky Gee.
All right, well, we don't even need to run a vote. I don't even know what the other one is.
Well, I want to see it. Because sometimes just the image of two things next to each other is fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
this is a slaughter.
We all know that the
is
Frisky Gee is gonna win the whole thing.
This is an absolute destruction. This is.
Yeah, it's Frisky Gee.
Does anyone plan on voting for the kangaroo? Link hates E3, but Sutherland needed it to die. There we go.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and advance Frisky. And Guillaume, if he's watching this, is now thinking, "Fuck, that thing's gonna win."
I should check my IM8-bit related NDA expirations
just to find out.
Because, yeah, I mean, because the Sonic Lost World one ended just like 2-3 months ago, and I posted the whole story in the Discord, in the NWO Discord. You can go back and search that by searching Sonic Lost World. But that was a decade-long NDA.
I have to imagine that there are people in the industry who already know, reporters in the industry who have already like recorded all this shit and know like when these things are going to expire and have already done the interviews and are just sitting on the article.
Oh, probably, yes.
I picked the wrong one. I was like, wait, that one lost. What happened? And I clicked the wrong thing.
Like, if a company dies, can they enforce the NDAs? It depends on how is the company dissolved.
Yeah. If they got dissolved into the hands of creditors, definitely. All right. This one is probably going to get solved pretty quickly, but I'm just going to go ahead and start the poll now.
Yeah, no, it's extremely enforceable enough not to risk it. And the other thing is like, even after an NDA expires, and you were legally safe to say something, it's still burning a bridge to say the thing.
Yeah, like
And
there
so
are still people involved.
like for example, with the Sonic Lost World one, like everyone that was involved in that story, one doesn't even know that I said it, and two, even if they fucking did, I don't work in that space anymore, and neither do those people. Whereas like the story that I got told in confidence about the E3 thing, like even if I am ever able to talk about that, I don't know. These are people that know everyone in the industry. Dangerous bridge to burn.
Confidential versus classified. Exactly. Yes. I think
Yes.
what we might do today is we've got 3 more rounds after this, so maybe we'll call it after this round and pick this up tomorrow
Yeah.
or later this weekend. Because we've only got
Sounds good.
a couple more left in this round. So let's go ahead. That was right one. So that is Tough Mud and Spidey continues his
Oh
parade
yeah.
because it's NBD to him.
Spidey thoughts.
It's NBD to him. All right. This is October 1st versus. Um,
I love the idea that so few people will see that image and know what the fuck it's talking about. But by the time it came up, I already had Spidey thoughts open and was just reading the whole thing.
well, especially because
That's just where I'm at.
this is a powerful matchup of business versus.
Oh my goodness.
This is a very good matchup here. I'm just going to go ahead and start the poll. I like all of this. Both of these are extremely intensely RFN. But also this there's something very powerful about this particular John Lindemann versus all of the other John Lindemans. Yeah, networking is key in businesses, especially when business to business relationship stuff. And the thing is, the people who worked at companies that get dissolved, who wrote the NDA and really thought it was important, they're going to get jobs somewhere else. And if you burn them, even though if you release all the bad shit that happened and they come out looking bad, they might burn you at their new job.
Yeah. No. And like also, do you know how much forced job mobility happens in the gaming industry?
Oh yeah.
Which is a nice way of saying people get laid off. Like I did,
I,
like 3 weeks, like 2 weeks ago.
oof.
Like, yeah, no. Then you're suddenly like, well, I hope I did a good enough job networking.
Yep. Let me just go ahead and advance Business John because Business John is unstoppable. Uh November 19 versus September 24.
Oh boy.
11, 19. Oh boy. Oh, this one. We're all right. I kind of want to run the next round. Oh God, this is a John versus John leading to a John versus John. Round 3 is John versus John, guaranteeing a round 4 John versus John. There is so much powerful John energy right now going in the bottom of the bracket. The entire bottom of the bracket is just John. It's fucking the nightmare now. What has happened? Oh my God. Jesus. How did I not notice we were headed towards this John versus John versus John versus John showdown? All right, poll is open. Pick your John. There's so much powerful John energy. You're right. There is.
Sorry, y'all. I'm a Devil's Third girly.
It's John's all the way down. I have to log a vote on this one, I think. No, I'll wait. I'll wait to see if there's a tie. I won't.
It's fine. It's a runaway. I'm the only one that voted for Devil's John.
Left John looks like a I think it's like Killer Kong in the background. It's last year's winner hanging out up there. There's just more visual content going on that one. Also, there's a real good chance that Artist John runs into Frisky Gee in like the semifinal. That's really set up to be like the semifinal in the bottom half. Speaking of powerful John energy, I just finished this. Oh dear God!
Nope. I reject it.
It's haunting. Oh man! When we had Psyduck as Fistful of Dollars versus Mad Whale McCree last year in the semis, that's gonna be John versus Gee.
Yes.
Yes,
it will.
That's the semifinal matchup that should have been the finals we're headed towards. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put what is the opening round of the next matchup because it's necessary. The opening round when we resume this tournament is at a date to be determined, but it'll be this week because I'll do it before I go back to work. This is the next round, and I'm fairly confident it's a slaughter. Like, CMO John could have gone really far.
Sure could have.
But not today. Not today. This is the apocalypse we're looking at right here, by the way. This image is truly haunting. It is probably as bad as it could have been. I don't think that this is good for society, that this is something that's happening. But this is a poll that we're gonna have to run. But we're gonna take a pause here because we've been going for. Let me ask OBS.
3 hours 18.
Yeah, a while is the answer to that. So I appreciate everybody's who hung out with us. I appreciate you for jumping in the chat with me. It's been a thing, and now I realize that like, all right, well let me go look at what our matchups are for the next one because I want to make sure that there's not another John lurking in the next bracket. So 430 and 318. So 318 is 318? Oh, wait, hold on. 318 is Spidey. Okay, so there's a good chance that won't be a John. 430 is 430 is Racer X Goomba. So we're pretty much guaranteed that won't be a John. I hope somebody clips this and sends it to him. 4-1 and 12-17. 4-1 is not a John. 12-17 I think is Frisky Gee. 12-17 is Frisky Gee. So we're going to get that matchup soon. July 2 and January 22 is that's single use and Kirby. That one's going to be good. Kirby versus single use Ultra Hand has some power to it. You know, I don't know if there's any other. There's one other open John possibility. Yes, but it's way on the opposite side of the bracket, so we're good there. Yeah, the southern half of the bracket is going to end at quite likely that John versus that Gee into the finals. Holy shit. So that is going to do it for us tonight. Get random gift subs. Great.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs, including the gift sub to me, which is very funny. This is apparently my 6th month of being randomly subscribed to this I can't. You're funny too.
There is a listener who for like 3 straight months subscribed me to a VTuber, and I finally asked why, and they thought because it was really funny. It's like, you're right, it is. It's extremely funny.
I mean, I during the Game Awards remap was who was the former Waypoint team was streaming over it, and one person there was like a big hype train going, and one person was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and sub the Vice Waypoint channel to remap.
There you go. There you go.
I was like,
That's
oh fuck, that's very funny.
oh Lord. All right. Well, on that, I believe it is time for us to go. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.